So if you want to be an online teacher, then be an online teacher. But like me coming into your live stream chat and you're talking about the struggles of a black man has nothing to do with any of that. You know what I'm saying? Then pick your goal and really focus on that. Focus on singing then. Don't focus on all this other bullshit around you.
Okay.
Like, figure out how can I make my videos of me singing, showcase myself in the best way, and that's my day. I don't give a shit about anybody else. And like, how can I create a new channel maybe to try to see if that one gets botted too or whatever, you know? I feel like you're spending a lot of time crying over spilled milk and not necessarily how I would want you to. I just want you to succeed. I mean all this and like, from the goodness of my heart, I really, really do. I really want you to succeed.
It's not.
I wish you could get your head a little bit more straight, I feel like you could take off.
It's kind of like it's not coming out that way from you or my father. Who, even if it's coming from love.
That I want you to succeed?
No.
Why would I be wasting my time
not those words. Everything before you started to switch it up and say that. No, like, you could say it in the nicest tone, but after I'm telling you 100 people, I block my dad for having anything to say, have something to say and nothing to give. I'm just like, bro, I don't again.
Well, if you block me tomorrow, then you're still gonna be in the same situation you're at, so it does you really no good.
Again,
I mean, you could cut me out tomorrow if you'd like and say, okay, she told me too many fucking opinions, and that's fine, but what good is that gonna do you, really? And is it gonna take you even further than you are now? No. I don't think advice hurts anybody. Like, constructive criticism has gotten me to where I am today. If I had never listened to the shit people told me, I wouldn't have gotten anywhere.
Yeah, I feel
you need to trust people a little more. Take constructive criticism for what it's worth.
Trust
and
no
not
one.
let it emotionally affect you in any kind of way.
Trust no one. That's my orders, and I'll follow my orders to my grave. Trust no one. I'm a soldier.
That's a sad philosophy. If your personal philosophy is trust no one, then that's sad. That's sad. That means social media has damaged you to that extent.
Social media has done nothing.
Because if I walk through life saying trust no one,
what
kind of life motto is that?
I'm repeating what a veteran told me. That's what he said. Like hey Nisi.
No. If he's a veteran, I call bullshit because there ain't no veteran in this fucking world that hasn't trusted their squad. Like, I'm not going into Iraq tomorrow without trusting my fucking squad members.
It was just a response when he said trust. Like, I
gotta trust the person in front of me, and I gotta trust the person behind me with those guns.
I'm working on trust.
So that veteran's full of shit. How about that? You gotta trust people in life. You have to. Or you're gonna be single forever. If you don't trust people, then how the hell are you ever gonna have a wife?
It sounds good.
I'm saying that in a real nice way, but if you can't trust anybody, how the hell are you ever gonna trust your wife?
Again, I was just responding.
I was
responding to the context, and I was repeating.
Take that trust no one shit and throw it out the window. Okay, throw it out the fucking window today. You're gonna start trusting people. You're gonna have positivity in life. Like, I just couldn't imagine walking around fucking negative all the time. I couldn't even do it.
I'm not, but I respect your perspective, and it's almost like someone.
Well, that's what it looks like on the outside. So sometimes you got to listen to what people are saying on the outside of how they perceive you. You may perceive yourself as one way, but how do other people perceive you? Right now, they're probably perceiving me as a fucking bitch on here. I get it. I don't really care. You know? I don't. So, yeah, but you do want to hear what people are saying. Like, I would listen to how they perceive me, and I would contemplate it and think about it in my own mind of, do I need to change?
Well,
but
again,
I think if somebody's telling you sound a little bit negative online, I don't think that's a bad thing. I think that's somebody being truthful, saying, hey, you sound a little negative online, and maybe you should change it. I don't think that's a bad thing.
I think how I'm doing it is like a board. I'm treating it like a board. And that's comfortable for me. And based on people's shares, my family doesn't like this, and the public doesn't like this. But that's how I can articulate what's been going on. You got to have a squad, and again, and I'm noticing what and so I'm noticing like what and who puts from the squad. Like we definitely gotta have a squad naturally coming together digitally. This is some real futuristic digital stuff. But Frank and Ronnie do have like a lot of say so in my life, and I don't give a blood clot if my close ones are
Okay.
like, who are they and why would you? And if they say I've been doing, and then even Creole guy, and even Nisi, and again that's and yourself included. That's why I've been treating it like a board, and I've been, I'm grateful that you're having this conversation on live, so we can all hear you, and it's not just my perspective or just yours. It's a community or a board, because there's a lot of people.
Right, right. That's why I don't mind talking on live either or a Zoom call but amongst all of us. I think it would be a collective decision, and I think they would say, yeah, the negativity's got to go a little bit. That
I
it would
agree.
be better to show more positivity online. I don't think that there's anything I'm saying that's fucking crazy and that they would even disagree with, so I'd be fine with that. What are they going to say? I said you need to focus more on music and get back to your roots of singing more. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure they're going to agree with that.
I
mean,
agree. I was
to say I think you should get all your links a little bit more laid out better, so it's more easier for new viewers. That's true. I mean,
I want to be able
so
to.
if I gave you $60,000 tomorrow, is my opinion going to matter more than Frank's? No.
No.
Apparently.
No.
I mean, I guess to you, am I?
No.
I don't know.
No.
I get like you hold Frank real high, right? He's up on this pedestal because he's given you a lot and he's talked to you a lot.
And Ronnie.
But
and Creole
there's
guy.
a lot of people under that
And-
fucking
and
pedestal
Emma.
that are
And
trying to
Emma.
help you and build you up.
They haven't been here. They haven't been here. And I'm just trying to figure out who's here.
I'm just trying to give you some advice. You could take it for what it's worth. I mean, it's not going to hurt my feelings either way.
I'm taking
I'm
it.
not emotionally involved into the sense of
taking
like,
it.
shit, if he tells me fuck off, I'm going to be so sad and cry my eyes out tonight. That's not going to happen. But I hope you listen to what like I said and what Creole God just said. It's like, hey, try some different fucking avenues then. There's no point in sitting here crying on live stream for seven hours. You're going to
I'm
push
sorry
everybody
you
away
take
that's
it
new
that
on here.
way.
Coming to see you. Like we're coming to see you new on TikTok as a new viewer. You got to think about new viewers all the time. Even if there's nobody in this room, who's coming in here right now and listen to this? Who's coming in here, and seeing this right now? So if I'm scrolling and somebody's in here going, man, I fucking hate this and I hate that, or, it's just spreading negativity, I would just scroll out. So you got to think about constantly new viewers. What do they want to see? They want to see you happy. They want to see you singing and doing what you love.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it does come up. I would just listen to that. I would listen to the fact of like, hey, as a new viewer, you didn't really resonate with me. I was ready to give up on you immediately and be like, scroll to the next person. Because I don't really want to listen to all of your struggles, all of the negativity, all of this, I want to listen to how you're succeeding, what you're doing, what you're trying to do, what music you make, all of your soundtracks. And, on here instead, I'd be like, hey, I have 7 different soundtracks for TikTok sounds. Can somebody please use them? Promote yourself a little bit more. And I thought that on the street too. I was like, you're not promoting yourself enough. You're not outgoing enough to be like, hey, follow me, I'm good. Like, I don't know. I believe your confidence is there. I'm not saying you're not confident. Your confidence is there, but you're not like outgoing enough towards new people. You need to mix those two. Like, you need to bring people into you. Shit, this makes me want a margarita or something.
I mean,
I just want you to succeed. I want you to try a different route of being happy and like getting back to Thailand. Like, you're in Thailand with the stupid elephants that everybody wants to see that are in a weird little location. You got to take 5 grabs to get to. You know what I'm saying? Like, people want to see that type of content of like you singing in front of people and Thailand behind you. The background is what I'm saying.
yeah, I'm trying
At the
to.
beach and be grateful for where you're at. Be like, I'm in Thailand. I'm making it. This is what I'm doing. This is how much money I've made. Act like you gotta fake it till you make it. Act like you're living the best fucking life out there.
I mean,
That's what I would do.
I'm trying to fake like I don't have an immigration, like I don't have to check in with immigration, but that's not. It's not easy. I'm on.
That's what people want to see on here. They want to see the good shit. shit. They don't care that you're waiting at an immigration office wondering if you're going to get kicked out to the next country or not. I mean, maybe they do, because that's actually interesting. That was kind of a good one. Sure. But you know what I'm saying. They don't want to sit there and look at your broken ass finger going, oh shit, he needs to go to the hospital but can't afford it. They want to see you singing, having fun, people's reactions, talking to different people. Like on TikTok, it's super easy because you have all those singing panels. And so you can just set up a singing panel and you get people coming in there singing all different kinds of music. If you're the host of that and that people get to come in and listen to 10 different people singing, there's money to be made there, for sure. And also, like, hell, I had one that was just battle boxes only, where I had, like, my picture, I was never even on camera. My picture was, like, a little panda thing, and it said, if you want to get into a box, you have to send me this thing that was worth $5.
What?
So people would just send me $5 just to get into my box. So there's so much money to be had on here. Like, yeah, people pay me $5 just to get up in my box, play around, and then I drop them down. You know, and I just rotate all day long. It was the dumbest thing. It was the most boring ass shit of my life. But
it's boring.
My point is I would be looking at boxes. I would be looking at how do I make connections on here? Who can I meet that has more followers? I'll jump into their live stream so people can see my name and come follow me. Like, it's all a hustle, bro.
It sounds like a hustle. It sounds like a lie. Damn, that YouTube ain't all
like
that.
Social media manager. You need a girlfriend. What you damn need. You need a damn girlfriend that knows all this shit and is like, hey,
they don't
this
exist.
Is what you do. And just straighten like your thoughts
they
out.
don't exist.
Like, you have all the great thoughts.
They don't.
They're just not straightened out and they're not in order. They're definitely not in order.
I'm starting to feel like she don't exist. I got a creator, like not creator. I got a creator as in.
Shut up. I don't want to. That freaks me out because I watched this thing about a lot of people in Australia dating an AI person.
No.
And I'm like, what is this?
No.
There was a whole documentary about Australians dating AI girlfriends and boyfriends.
No.
So I'm like,
Can I break this down? When I say creator, I'm gonna use a real life example. This brother fell in love with a woman. He fell in love with a woman. She started originally as a customer of his. She was a customer. She was like, yo, can you teach my babies martial arts? So they spent like 2-3, I don't know how many years as just that. And then they developed a relationship. And then I think he started teaching the mom. So she had already like learned this way of like dealing with each other. And they created like this bond that they had. Obviously it started because he was Sifu, he's teacher. But then when it became personal, now they treat each other like lovers, but it still was like, I feel like he created a whole life for himself and he invited her. She was Wall Street and Miss Mama D was a boss lady as well, politics and all of that. And they just kind of merged their life. But I feel like he created like how he treats people and how people treat him. And had she not spent years knowing him prior, it would have never worked. It would have never worked because he's the kind of person like he's not gonna fold at all in terms of like his ways. So that's what I meant by created. Like, I feel like women can do it to a guy too, like based off of her education or based off of the family. I feel like the word people use for it is molding. And since having Frank and Ronnie around, I definitely, in Creole God, I've definitely been way nicer than I was because it was worse. It was way worse than this.
That's good to know that.
It was way worse. You've
been nicer. Are you serious right now? You've been nicer? Oh, shit.
I deleted a lot. I deleted a lot of those videos though. But expression is expression. And again, I found out like, you know, people will try to use words to put you in fear. So now I have to sit here and and enable my pen, because I'm talking to the world. You never know who's seeing this live, even if you delete it, even if you delete it after. It's live. So there's a lot of stuff I deleted that it was still live. It was still Saul. Somebody's. But again, my main goal these days is like just like run to a nucleus, because if I see that me doing all of this and managing, that's why I hear all of what you're saying, and then at the same time, I'm like, I have to be able to receive it. I have to be in a space where I can receive it, and if I'm not in a space where I can receive what you're saying, like it's really hard to tell somebody who's strung out on crystal meth, like, yo, get off the dope, get off the dope, get off the dope, get off the dope. That is not how to mind. And I'm not on crystal meth, but I'm really comparing it to me being in survival mode. And all I know is and again, down to I have said people in my life, and sometimes I still sit here and feel like I'm totally alone, knowing that I'm not alone. And ever since Creole God, like there's been mad people like the brother, and he still comes around. But again, a lot of this started with him. He was like he was one of the first ones that I was able to like be friends with and talk to offline. So that's like real love. It's time. It's not about the dollar amount. He put time in with me, and he's not taking it personal if I'm just like trying to group people together and see where we are, and not taking it personal if he's not in a group, or not taking it personal if he's like preoccupied, or if he knows I'm preoccupied. We established, yo, I got your number, he got my number, and he checks on me here. And I told him and stand on it. Like, I'm still not gonna rob a bank, but I'm still looking forward to getting the money so I can approach him and said friends like, yo, I didn't have the money the last time, but now I have a salary. Are you interested in having some sort of role as management? Some people need the money up front. Some people are in a space in their life where they can say, yo, Mark, you can pay me on the back end, but you're gonna pay me more. Either or, some people are gonna come into my life, whether girlfriend or not, or just male business partner. And whether, again, like I said, it already happened. I'm already building with brothers. It already happened. It's been happening for like over a year now. And I would love to like, continue to build with you. I'm just saying, like, I want to be in a place where I can take on what you're saying and do it myself, or have someone else do it if I can't do it, and that's it. Like, because like a lot
like
of,
if I'm paying somebody to help run my social media, it's not going to be a fan. I can tell you that much right now. It's not going to be somebody that's a subscriber that's willing to help me out. I'm looking elsewhere. I'm looking on Fiverr, whatever the hell they call it, for people that really design thumbnails. I'm looking for somebody that designs thumbnails. I'm looking for somebody that designs websites, that aspect.
I've been doing that. I've started to look every single place now. I've started with Fiverr, and Fiverr is sketchy now. And Upwork, I think, is more presentable than Fiverr. And Facebook Marketplace is more presentable than Fiverr. I put an ad on Fiverr, and they was coming here to my YouTube and talking to me, and it was just like that. It got really overwhelming, Amy, because I was just like, oh snap, now I have to sit here and onboard and stop live streaming to just focus on onboarding, and stop posting or scheduling to focus on onboarding, and then stop onboarding when I have to wait for them to, because it's whatever, it's their turn. It's just been I try to just prioritize the prioritize, and basic needs always supersede a lot of the business needs. I cannot put the business needs before food, shelter, and clothing, or transportation. My clothing is, I just wash what I have and just kind of like, I don't even invest a whole bunch of time into that. I invested into these shirts and wash them and wash all everything I have. But nah, my parents would sit here and complain about that. Oh, you're wearing the same thing and you're presentable, and it's just years of just critique, just years.
You're
like
wearing the same thing?
10, like over 10 years of just straight, and it would just be very hurtful because I'm just looking and I'm like, y'all got all this to say, but you're my loved ones. And when I come in your city, I can't even sit at your table and break bread with you. But you're like, congratulations and hey Mark and so on, and it's again, so my taste of coming.
Well, like can I cut in? Like as a parent, I kind of understand though, because like when my daughter was first getting ready to go to college, right? She said, I want to go to school to be a fucking, what the hell was it? A park ranger. And I said, a park ranger? Hell no. And she's like, but that's kind of what I want to do. I want to be a park ranger. And I was like, absolutely fucking not. Okay, so I can see where your parent, no, she's in nursing school, by the way, right now. She's in nursing school, okay?
How you gonna shoot her down?
I absolutely shot her down. Because you know why? She doesn't have any student debt and mom's paying for her education. So she's going to take that nursing degree and she's going to do something with it. I come from a military background. Like, I'm not going to let my daughter fail. I'm not going to go let her sit and be a fucking park ranger in a little booth every day. That may make her happy, but happy doesn't pay the bills. Okay, not when you're 21 years old. You need to go to school. You need to get a career.
You got to go to school for a park ranger? You got to go to
school? Yeah, absolutely you do.
College?
Yeah, you have to get a 4-year degree to be a park ranger. I thought it was the stupidest thing I've ever heard. I go, there's no way you're going into thousands of dollars of student debt to be a park ranger. It's not happening.
Park ranger as in like the
like
park
the state park ranger.
The park police?
Like the state park ranger with like a little gun and looks like a mall cop, like the state park ranger. Yeah, yes. You have to go to school for that. You have to go to college.
4 years?
And so she was 4 years to do that. And
not
I said,
the academy.
No way
That's
I'm spending thousands of dollars for you to be a fucking park ranger. It's just not happening.
Okay.
You know, so I can see where your parents would struggle with the fact of like, hey, I'm going to go out there, I'm going to be a digital nomad, something that's not secure, something that I'm relying on fluctuating income. No parent's really going to be happy with that. So you kind of got to give them a little bit of grace on that sense of like, you're chasing a dream that's like a pipe dream.
Yes.
Do you know what I'm saying? It's not like a stable career.
Facts.
So I kind of feel their pain on that a little bit. If my daughter was like, oh, I'm going to quit nursing school tomorrow and I'm going to be a digital content creator, I'm going to say the hell you are.
Damn.
And that's how I am.
Damn. Thanks for the transparency.
I mean, sometimes in life, you got to do things that you don't want to do in order to become successful. And that's what I've learned.
I am doing that right now.
She's okay in nursing school. She's surviving. Trust me. She got good grades and she got our cat. So she's happy.
And she's got you. What you mean? Like, she's got you. So that's the start.
Yeah.
After nursing school.
So I understand why your parents could be like a little harsh on you.
I don't think they're harsh.
Understand. Like when that's coming from a parent, it sounds like it's degrading or like you don't approve of my life. But,
and it's not just them.
Like that, but.
It's not just my parents. I'm barely in contact with my parents. I'm not. It's not. I'm not referring to. I'm speaking all loved ones. All loved ones, friends, family. Even if I knew you for 2 days, like all loved ones. I'm not just. I'm not that. I'm trying to repair the relationship I have with my parents. We're almost strangers, like me and you. They know me just as...
The last time I saw my mom was 10 years ago. She came to my house and she showed up in a $500 van that she bought from Craigslist with a cracked-ass windshield. Got out with the same fucking attitude she's always had her whole life, going absolutely nowhere, doing absolutely nothing with her life. And she's not even a crackhead. She just smokes weed. But she still has done nothing with her life. Nothing at all with her fucking life. And it drives me nuts. So she showed up to my house. And granted, I have like a 6-bedroom house, okay? She comes showing up in her little shitty-ass minivan, making noise down the street. And I'm like, oh, here comes my ghetto-ass mother again. Listen, I could call her ghetto because she's never done anything. She's never worked a day of her damn life. Like my whole teenage years, she never fucking worked. She's never worked. She's never like tried to own a home. She's never like really looked into her veterans benefits. Like she has veterans benefits, but she's never really like looked into it. She's just lazy. And she just does the same hustle, you know? She just sells her pain pills or some weird shit like that, you know? Just the same little kid hustle she's done her whole life. And I'm like, I can't relate to that.
Oh,
I
wow.
can't fuck with that, you know?
God bless
and
her.
it's like I saw her for 2 years straight, and all she did was ask me for money. And I'm like, no, I'm not giving you money, you know? And she didn't like that anymore, so she hasn't called me in 10 years because I refused to give her money and told her she was a crappy grandma. She hasn't called me in 10 years. So that's the last time I saw my mom with her beat up minivan coming over here trying to tell me like, hey, can I get some money? Can you do this? Can you do that? So is your parents begging you for money?
I mean,
you could have worse. All I say is you could have worse. I think they just care about you. You know, they want what's best for you, and you're not doing a job that's stable.
I think
It's not.
I think you got parents that love you too. Look how you turned out to be. You got people that...
No, bro. When I was 17, I ran away and went into the military when I was 17 years old. I moved out when I was 17, went into the military, did my junior year, I did basic training. Then after I graduated high school, my senior year, I went into like AIT training, and I took off. I moved. I have never lived with my parents since I was 17.
Your parents
They
could
came
have been
back into
family.
my life when I was
when
I was an adult.
Your
And she tried to
parents-
like be around my daughter, but she was a crappy grandma, and I told her that, and then she just never came back.
I mean, the hood, the neighborhood, mentorship, parents can be anybody. It doesn't have to be blood parents. I'm saying someone mentored you into where you are today. Whether
Yeah,
it was
because I
mommy...
listened to constructive criticism and I took people's advice. People were telling me things to do, and I took some people's advice, and I didn't take other people's advice, you know? But I think I have that motivation in life to do better than my parents did. I'm one of them, you know? Like, I'm never going to be that. Like, my mom didn't go to college. My dad didn't go to college. Well, my dad's dead. He died from alcohol. And I'm like, so, you know, I think I had that strong
condolences.
motivation from when I was like 12 years old, getting beat up. Like, I'm never going to be like them. And I wasn't. And so when I moved out in 17 and I made my life for myself, I tried to invite my mom back in, but it just turned out she had never changed. Like all those years apart, we were apart for years. You know, I went to New York, I had a kid, I had different things, and tried to connect with her when I came back. I was like, you know, I'm a little bit older now. Maybe I just didn't appreciate the things she did for me or something when I was younger, because I wasn't good by any means. But it was just the same shit. And I'm like, I was way better off in life without her. I was way better off trying to not be her. To be honest, I want to be everything that my mom wasn't. Be honest. Everything that she, you know, wasn't. And so, yeah, I don't really have any family. I have my daughter, but, like, she moved 6 hours away to college or whatever and barely even comes home at all. She's got her own life.
If you
I
had...
have no family.
If you had control and you can push a button over people's lives, not just your own, would you push the button and make it to where you was able to have a better relationship? Would you want a better relationship with your mother and the loved ones that are not there? Would you want that?
Yeah, because I don't feel like I would have had to work as hard as I have to get to where I am today. If I would have had parents that actually told me about college, who actually helped me get into the military, who actually, you know, were home and not out drinking and at the casinos and different shit. And, you know, I do. I wish that... But would I have worked so hard to get where I am? Probably not. So I don't know. It's a catch-22, you know what I mean? If they would have handed me the cush life, I wouldn't have worked so hard to get where I am today. But I do
think
wish
about
in a
that.
sense they were more educated, would have pushed me a little harder. You know, I'm the kind that was like, damn, my parents never bought me my first car. Like, that hurt. You know, I don't know why, but they never helped me get my first car. They never told me how to do it. They didn't care about college, like, none of that shit.
My mom helped me.
Like, nowadays, that's my motivation. Like, my daughter, when she turned 15, I bought her a brand new car. I was like, nope. When it was time to go to school, I made sure all of her grades were right. I was like, you're going to get into a good college. But then when she had that weird dream, I was like, no. And you know what? Now that she's in nursing school and it's been, you know, like a year and a half, she's happy for it. She's like, you know, I'm glad I didn't go do that park ranger thing because that was kind of stupid. And I'm like, yeah, I know better than that. Like, you're smarter than that. You know what I mean? You're way smarter than to be sitting at a damn booth all day. And she's like, yeah, you're right. So she actually is happy I pushed her that way now. But I feel like kids do need some of that guidance. I mean, but I feel like your parents maybe just, you know, not happy with you because you didn't go the route they wanted you to go of the steady career. And that's understandable because all you want is what's best for your kids. Like, as a mom, all I want is my daughter to, like, be successful. And so when you feel like your kid's maybe not doing everything they could to be successful, that's hard. That's hard.
I think my parents did the best that they can, and again, yeah, a lot of people are having a hard time see me bear, just fight to scale up and just sustain a life as a performer. But it's all I know. It started this way. I've done other stuff, entrepreneurial, but once art became profitable, like there was like no. I've tried to do other stuff and it never was as profitable as what I was already doing. So it just made me just be jaded about a lot of things, because I'm just like, outside of what I do, Broadway pays good. Broadway pays good, but outside of being an independent vocalist, I mean, I mean, you can scale ridiculously. I mean, obviously, it's strategy, and you're on your own if you're not in no contract, but you will scale tremendously. And I've worked with wedding companies, and I've been able to have a cap, and I've worked on the streets. In the streets, there's no cap. These jobs I've worked and done other things, and they've had like kind of more caps than when I would sing in Soho. When I was singing Soho in the summertime, outside of those outside diners, man, it makes you say like, okay, so maybe I don't need an agency to book me if I can sit here and pay myself the same few $100s, if not more, than what I was making at the bar the day before. So my reality has always been twisted, because I start with like ownership, or just bumping my head until I figure out how to do it myself. By the time I figure out how to do it myself, I'm burnt out. Now I want to go work or do something else, and I just realized that the lack of freedom, or the threshold financially. I haven't met too many people who have ever been able to lead me musically in a direction better than I could lead myself. Except the producers that would help with a beat or something. But business strategy, no one. And they would come and say, oh, I can do this and I can do that, and I've helped this person, I have this much money. No one has been able to come with a plan that like out profits the ones that I've used last year, or the ones that I'm, again, it may look broken, but I'm literally doing the same thing that I did to make $1,000. I was chilling. I met Anna. She tipped me $100. That $100 led to me running to go get my radio. I ran to go get the radio. I sing in the middle of the street, show her that I actually be doing this. And I was chilling. I was venting, just chilling, talking to 100 people. And then I did a show on the streets, because I was already doing a show online. And one person just tipped me out. So, I mean, I could always respect one person's perspective, or everyone's perspective, but, everyone is different.
Yeah. Yeah, we're very different. I told you that at the beginning of this call. I was like, oh, we're polar opposites. I understand. But I feel like maybe if I listen to you and you listen to me, there's something to gain out of that, right?
Yes. I also hear what you're not saying. Just putting that out there. I hear all of the things that you're not saying. That's what I'm also listening to. I'm being vague. I'm putting it out there. For example, you're not in the same single circumstances, and I don't think you have been for years, and that means something. Whether you deal with your old man or you don't, like that's a whole thing. And having a daughter.
But my husband works out of state Monday through Friday, so I only see him on Saturdays and Sundays.
I'm just saying, you're not alone.
Yeah.
You're not alone.
Yeah, but I'm just telling you, he also ain't coming home, and I ain't cooking fucking dinner every night either, okay? My life is totally different than most married couples. He's gone Friday.
I hear you, but
and
don't.
Also, we're in an open relationship because we are like apart all of the time. I wouldn't expect like either one of us to be monogamous. You know what I mean? Because you're.
I don't know what you
like,
mean. That's a no. That's a whole nother. I don't know. Don't try to throw that in there like that's the same conversation. Because that's what I'm saying. That's the.
Yeah, no, we both.
Not.
There's people, and that's what I'm trying to tell you is like, there's people out there that are willing to support you and let you do what you want.
I don't
know.
know.
What I'm saying? Like, not everybody's this typical like. Life is one way, and once you sign that paper, it's just me and you forever, baby.
That's all I know.
That's never gonna happen for me. That's never gonna happen for me.
That's what they've been trying to do to me. That's what they've been trying to do to me. What you mean, though? Like, and if I don't agree to their terms,
yeah, that ain't happening.
They say fuck you, nigga.
Yeah.
I just went through that entire.
And I know who I go home to eventually, but
she said eventually.
That home might be next week if I want it to be. You know.
She said eventually.
So there's people out there like that for sure.
Yo.
I mean, if you want to take it to an extreme and really freak you the fuck out, me and my husband been to Pattaya multiple times, and I'm about the best wing woman there possibly is. If it wasn't for me, I don't think my husband would have hooked up half the amount of times he did.
Again, all I'm
a girl, and I know what girls like to hear.
all I'm saying is I could tell that you don't try to sit here and play like you in the same, I'm in the same club as you, I'm alone. You are not. You have no
I'm not alone.
idea.
No, I'm not alone.
You said, I'm a white woman. Okay, so start there, okay? I am a white woman. Okay, all right. After you say that, everything else outside of that is just know it's coded, it's geared towards, and again, it's like night and day. That's why anytime they put black and white and black, ebony, it's a show. Even if we hate each other. And even if we hate each other, it's even more of a show. It's even more of a show. Call the police. It's a nigga trying to get another white girl. Like, they made a whole movie about it. They made a whole. I
got a couple of friends. I got a couple of friends I could mention you to.
Again, I'm gonna relocate because this is to me an emotional thing. When I was working with my team and my squad, it wasn't about the money. And it's not about the money now. I'm over here in Thailand and it's about this private room. That's why I came over here, literally for a room. So all of the other stuff outside and getting pussies and girls and all of that, like, I can't even talk with them. I know if I wanted to talk with women outside and get a cheap room, I was supposed to stay my ass in Manila. God worked in crazy, mysterious ways because I was getting the ticket to go to Manila and then the ticket said a certain price. And I was like, that's weird. I'm like, man, it's cool anyway. I'm smoking weed. Let me go to Thailand. The layover was Manila. And I was like, that's wow. Look at God. I was like, I should just get off the plane. Just get off right there because I still got it for $300. Still, I said I wanted to go further. Now they're going to drop me off in Manila for a layover. So I'm in Manila like, I know I'm supposed to be here. I'm not supposed to be smoking no weed. But,
unfortunately, in Thailand with the women, and it definitely where you're at in Pattaya, it's all transactional. So unfortunately, for you to make a good connection, it's definitely not going to be in Pattaya. It could be outside in the rural parts in Isan and up north where they.
And I'll go and get her.
But
I'll go and get her.
In Pattaya, it's all about transaction. I've had friends that are girls that work in the bars there in Pattaya. And they told me that some of them are in it for the long game. Like, they'll go stay with them for 2-3 months. They'll convince them to move back to their hometown. They'll get them to buy them a house, and then boom, they leave them. They're like, nope, I want a divorce. Like, they're really, really strategic there in Thailand. So out of all places, that'd be the one that I would be afraid to date in. Because
I'm not dating.
I talk to those bar girls, man. They're straight up transactional. It's what can you give me, and that's it. That's all they want.
I'm not at the bars.
It's about 10,000 baht. Where I was laughing, I was like, it's 10,000 baht for that all month.
Yes.
They'll come live with you and leave the bar for 10,000 baht. They'll leave the whole bar. They only are on 10-day contracts, and they're like, nope, buy me out of my contract right now, and I'll go stay with you for 10,000 baht a month. And I'm like, that's just not appealing in the long run. You know what I mean? That might be fun for a month or so, but in the long run, that's not really appealing.
Not for an agency. For an agent, an agent is like, what you said your contract was? Because your agent is going to sign you up and put you right in a room in front of a light and a camera and say, go.
Well, it's illegal to film in Thailand. Like, it's illegal to film adult content in Thailand. And it's illegal to have sex toys and all that shit. I was like, man, why are these weird guys that are out there just paying for it anyway? Why are they not just, like, paying for it and putting it online? You know what I mean? But then I realized, oh, you're not allowed to do that there. And I was like, oh, okay, that makes more sense.
No, I'm talking about...
But that shit's crazy. It's all transactional in Pattaya. That's all I care about. Is are you going to provide for me? And that's it. It's real hard to find a girlfriend. I wouldn't suggest it.
Pattaya
to anybody unless you're...
works for water, foot traffic, for the reactions, hair braiding, and no, I'm not trying to date here. The last time I was here or close, I found it this girl in Chiang Mai. At the time I was like, I'm not gonna go all the way there or pay for her to come all the way here. But now that I'm back, it does make sense if they're interested. If they're interested, honestly, if she's interested to come from fucking Europe, I'm interested. I don't care which hell she fly from, or even if I gotta help her fundraise to fly for it, because a partnership is a partnership. I just know from experience, every time I sat here and did this branding and all of that with the queen or sister, the fucking numbers go crazy. We've experimented with it. And they would say like, yo, Mark, just go. And I said, I know I can just go stand in front of some women right now. And now my YouTube live numbers is going to go up because they're going to sit there and watch. But we know that. We know that. Like, we know there's...
Brandon James, he's the YouTuber in Pattaya. His name's Brandon James.
So
all he does is live stream the women. And so he'll bar find 5 or 6 of them out of the bar and take them back to his condo just to live stream with all them girls there.
It works.
You know, and then he live streams in the bars. But yeah, his numbers are crazy. He gets like 200 people in the room, but it's all men. Every single one of them is an old perverted man. Every one of them.
Yeah, that's not my brand. I can't really go that.
That's how you're growing up, which is cool right now when you're like young, but like one day somebody's gonna see this and your kids are not gonna be happy that that's what you did for a living.
Well, it came up to us because we was like, yo, we gotta figure something out. Like the camera is doing something. So I said, let me test it. I said, if they're botting me so much, let's see how strong their bots are. Let's see if their bots work against a pretty lady. And a few times it didn't work though. Don't get me wrong. A few times I was like, oh shit, it's not responding. And then I looked at the girl that was on camera and I was like, sorry, I don't know if it's. And then after that, I would stream in Vegas. This happened in Vegas with another woman. In the numbers, I was like, this is crazy. I don't know what's going on. And I don't know how to call it because she was.
Well, now they all started live streaming from the bars. Not all of them, but there's certain bars. True Blue Aussie Bar does it. There are certain bars there in Pattaya that now instead of the girls leaving with a client, they just sit there and live stream and get guys to buy them drinks. That's their whole goal. Is they just sit there and live stream all night long.
Who live streams? The girls?
The girls in the bar.
On what platform? I ain't seen them on. I ain't seen no Thai girls on YouTube.
On YouTube. I'm gonna send you the links. Watch.
I see them on TikTok.
Smile Bar does it. No, on YouTube. They live stream every night now, and they're getting guys to just buy them nonstop drinks on live stream.
The bar or the girl? They don't even go
home with the guys.
The bar or the girl?
The girls.
The girls.
The girls are all live streaming at the bar with name tags on. So they know who they're buying a drink.
I've never seen that. That's dope, though.
So that's their new form of income. That's how some of the bars are pivoting right now, is the girls are saying, why would I go home with a guy and do what I have to do when I can live stream right now and they're buying me drinks nonstop? And they're meeting their quota for the bar.
The guys online are buying drinks.
Yes. The guys online are just buying them drinks nonstop. There's all these dudes in the chat just saying, I want to buy you, Mia, a drink. Hey, I want to buy you, whatever the hell her name is, a drink. And that's how all those bars now are starting to pivot in Pattaya.
That's easy
It's kind of
money.
wild. You sit there and they're just standing there, don't even speak a fucking word of English.
No.
And they're just standing there bouncing like, buy me a drink, buy me a drink. And I'm like, what the hell?
That's what I'm saying. And the bar owners, let's say the bar, man, I would own a bar and the fucking girls.
Yes. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, no, that's the way to go. And the bar owners like it because these girls, what they do is they sign a 10-day contract and they have to sell a certain amount of drinks in that 10 days in order to keep their job. So bar owners like to put up the live stream because they could just sit there and get all those drinks and hit their quotas and everybody's happy. The owner's happy, the girls are happy, they didn't have to do nothing. There's a whole lot of perverts on YouTube willing to watch them. I was shocked. I was like, how is there 300 people in this room right now just watching these 5 girls that don't even speak a lick of English? And they're just standing there.
It's crazy.
I'm like, that's some sorry ass shit nowadays.
And they tipping.
I understand why the girls are doing it. I'm like, damn, they don't even have to work anymore. They just sit there looking pretty.
And they tipping them. They tipping them. I see them getting tipped on TikTok.
They have a lot of drinks.
I see them getting tipped on everything. I haven't seen them on YouTube because, like I said, I don't really be out like that. But ever since I figured that, again, I've been not trying to be that direct to a woman and say straight up, listen, when you hear there's more money, because there's more guys watching, but it's literally like I've told some of the women on camera. I would like 2 years ago, or maybe it was last year. There was this German girl, I was on stream, and she sat there and chatted with me for like an hour, and these men will sit here and they'll listen just to hear her voice. She don't even have to be on camera. Did you see your numbers shoot up when that British girl was on your live stream that one day and your numbers they doubled? When that British girl was talking to you on YouTube, I was in the live stream, and as soon as she started talking and got in that camera, your numbers doubled. Oh, yes, yeah. So you've seen it. Yeah. It was done more than. Yeah, I was like, so that's where I said maybe singing to the women, where I had that idea of like maybe singing to the Thai women instead of like, not like the bar girls, but you know what I'm saying? Like maybe if you showed some videos of you singing to the girls and their reactions, the perverts will come in. Well, sex sells. I want to do it somewhere where I'm not bothered. I've done that a lot. I gotta find, again, I'm not against meeting your guy, because when I've renegaded, if I'm not in the right space, the tuk guys, and they are really. It's perfectly rolled. You see this? Mm-hmm. Perfectly rolled. Looks like a cigarette. Now that's a pro right there. No, it's not. It's perfectly rolled. Well, that's a compliment. That's a compliment that it looks like a cigarette. Yeah, it looks like a cigarette, right? Shit's gonna smoke perfect too. Anyway, no, I feel like, it sells there. There's a lot of girls in Pattaya that are just live streaming, making money. And then the guys, look at that fucking Brandon James guy's YouTube. He's a loser. I don't know who he really is. Who you talking about? I don't know who you're referring to. But his name is Brandon James, and he live streams in Pattaya there. He's got a condo, and he's with a Thai girl. But he's the one that just live streams a bunch of girls in his condos. He'll live stream all the girls at Mac TV. Mac TV has a YouTube channel there, and he owns his own bar. And that guy will just go stream at his bar. But he's an asshole too. Like I don't know. He talks to the girls like they're fucking idiots just because they can't speak English. And I don't like his demeanor at all. He's very, very degrading, super degrading online. But damn, he gets 200-300 people in his room like nothing. All because they want to see those girls. They want to see those Thai girls. It's sad. I don't think it's just Thai women, love. I've seen all women online have really, well, couples too, not just women. I've seen random ass loser kind of losers have a woman standing next to him, and they all on camera, and you know they not just standing there watching this guy. It's also because of. So like it's the, again, whether people do it intentionally or they don't even know. But I was in Paris, and these two sisters was hanging out with me for a while, and I told them the same thing. I said, hey, I'm gonna restart my live stream. Do you guys mind holding the camera, because you guys are gonna attract more viewers? I'll pull it up later, and we got it almost to 100. And that was after, and that's when I realized this is manual. This is like not just. So maybe you can find a girl there to like put in your stream sometimes, but not like a relationship, because that's going to be real hard to find in Pattaya.
But maybe you
I'm
should see if
I'm looking.
you can get a couple Thai girls to
I'm looking.
be in your stream with you. I mean, I don't see anything wrong with it.
Frank already asked me.
Did you ever call that? Did that British girl ever call you back?
Oh,
or ever call you?
She turned out to not be honest. She wasn't honest. The very next day, she sobered up and was like, "Sorry, I can't call you. I'm in a different section of Thailand now." And I said, nothing. I just like moved on. But no, she didn't keep her word.
She was drunk talking.
Yes. And I was hoping that she meant it because
I kind of figured that when she's like, "I've been here for 4 years. I've been here for 4 years."
You see how she jumped on me? She just put her hand. She just kind of just leaned. You didn't see my response at the beginning. You don't just see me jumping on white women. They don't give y'all they don't give the right nobots. Like, you got to take me home after that, or I'm calling the police, pressing charges, invoking my rights, because you're going to invoke yours whether you don't or the DA do. So I'm going to invoke my rights, even if you look at me wrong. I'm just going to invoke my rights. That's how.
She's like, I remember, she's like, I don't usually drink. And I'm drunk because I have family visit. And I'm thinking to myself, girl, the way you sound, you definitely always drink. You always drink. You're lying to yourself right now.
I'm going to change your life.
Closet tonight.
She said, I'm going to change his life, y'all. Yo, Amy, one time I was in Hawaii, and this woman, with her friends, because I had the mic stand. So my hands were free.
Yeah.
She took both of my hands and was like this. And her friends was like, no. Went to grab her off me, and I was like, and I just kind of like, I was in the middle of singing and was shocked and also let it happen and was shocked and kind of kept going. And so that gave her, I kept going. I didn't stop performing, basically. So she thought they still was like trying to control her, but that was also drunk behavior. And you haven't seen like what I've seen on the streets with dealing with in Australia. What? Australia? I lived out there. That's in them. It's in the culture. What? They really drink out there. And they would really get out there and just, it was wild. It was wild.
Yeah.
But that's when I affirmed that as soon as the day or the moment that I see an opening to sustain myself financially, and I can do pivot, and I know like I can do the same numbers that I do on the train or on the streets of America doing this, and it's a contract, then I'm gonna jump on that. Like, I don't want to scramble. But this is digital now. I'm not scrambling, running from police in America now. So I'm not too salty about it, but I am. It does, like Frank and a lot of other people are like, yo, they're not happy to see me go through this, because they saw where it was when I met them. And they know what it can be. And I know you're coming in and all you see is like kind of the tail end and just my attitude, and I'm jaded about things. And I'm telling you, it's not just about the internet. What came with internet success, or what came with going international, or what comes with success is people. I'm not even cool about the niceness now, especially from the same people that watch me hungry, and now they're nice now. So that's where you do see a lot of the jadedness from me, because I got a lot of everyone's so friendly and nice now that I'm international. When I just spent over 10, like, I don't even want to go into it, like the what I just went through in my own home. So, and I'm like, when I come back home, it's gotta be.
Unfortunately, it's a huge problem in the United States too, of like getting help to talk to people like about your problems. Because my daughter, when she was younger, like in her teenage years, was like going through some shit at school and stuff. You know, things were kind of the schools here are just absolute fucking shit, by the way. But she was going through a little bit of depression, and you know, I took her to the doctor, and the doctor was like, well, you need to, you know, get her in therapy and stuff. And so I looked online up and fucking down. Do you know I had to pay $100 an hour just for her to talk to a fucking therapist? And I'm like, she's a teenager. Like, I shouldn't have to pay that much money, you know? Like, I pay health insurance every fucking year. I pay my fucking taxes every year. Like, if she's having problems and I can't afford $100 an hour, what the fuck am I supposed to do? You know what I mean? Like, she's just supposed to go through life because she can't afford therapy, you know? So I feel like healthcare in the U.S. is so fucked up. And when you do have problems and you really want to go talk to somebody, it's $100 an hour to talk to a fucking therapist. And I'm like, with all this online shit nowadays, there should be more free therapy. You know, there should be more free fucking people to talk to. So I did. I sucked it up, and I paid the fucking $100 an hour, you know, because I didn't want her to come out fucked up, of course. But
what about the adults?
It definitely helped.
What about the adults?
Big time, yeah. She came out of that real happy and stuff, and I was like, okay, I'm glad I did that. But like, that should be a free service. You know what I'm saying?
What about the daughters that didn't?
Suicide hotline it would be, but
You's a blessed mom for being able to do that for your daughter. Like this, you know how many daughters don't have that, and they just have to grow. You just grow with it. You just deal with it, like you said. Like, and I'm thinking to myself, did someone come to your rescue when you was younger than your daughter, or your daughter's age? Was there someone that stepped in financially and was like, yo, she's not gonna have to like.
No. Right. Yeah, no, I didn't have that help, and that's part of the reason why I was like, no, I don't want her to like, maybe if she can talk to somebody, because to be honest, talking to somebody else other than your parent does help. And so I was like, maybe she just needs to talk to somebody else that, you know, she's more comfortable telling things like that. And it did. It worked for her. She's like, no, I talked through all my problems. I figured it out. I'm good. And I'm like, okay, good. Because facts are, I may have a master's degree, but it's not in psychology. You know what I mean? It's not in psychology. So I was like, maybe she is better off talking to somebody else. And I was grateful for that. She came out of it. She's perfectly fucking fine now. But it's unfortunate that, like, people like you and I that just want to go get that advice and that help can't really afford it in America.
Nah,
not at all.
I've been supplementing, and I've been telling the public, and I've been telling Frank and all of my loved ones for a while, thank you. And even if they don't know why, I've been specific now, like telling people, thank you for talking to me, because that part is real. Not too many YouTubers or influencers or TikTokers or any of that, or any of us leaders describe what it's like to have certain ducks taken care of, and now you don't even have a wife or a husband that you can call or talk to. You gotta wait. You gotta wait for one of your friends to be available, or you gotta pay. You gotta pay, and it's cool. It's cool to pay for a professional, but again, I'm coming from. I know what it's like to have a family member that was a professional psychologist, and he saved me from, like, I'm here. I'm not in prison, and I'm not dead. So it worked.
Yeah.
Because that was where I was going. And that's why, you know, whether I speak with my parents or whether it's been a distance relationship for a long time, they've been praying. A lot of people have been praying. I'm still here, and I'm still singing. Now, anything extra is like cherry. The business. There again, a lot of people who've known me for 10 years and better, or a year and better, or 10 years and better, they're not even used to me running a business internationally. A lot of folks don't even know. They don't know where the hell I'm at. I spent 20 years on the trains or the streets. And I would branch out towards the end, because I'm just like, yo, New York we're not changing our attitudes. The money is going up and up and up and up, and inflation, and I'm still making money, but why am I not happy? And I got a book bag full of money. So that's when
Yeah.
switched up my
Yeah,
location.
it was kind of weird, you know. I worked my whole life to get like everything I ever wanted. You know, I have a truck that's paid off. I have a fucking nice car that's paid off. I have a fucking 6-bedroom house that's fucking paid off. Like I worked to have like this perfect ass fucking life, right? And then it's funny when you finally like complete all of the goals and the things that you've wanted to do in life, and you've gotten and achieved all this American dream. I call it the American materialistic fucking dream, right? I achieved this big ass fucking dream. I've got everything you're supposed to fucking have in America, and I hate it. I hate it all. I'm like, what made me, I was brainwashed all these years to believe that I needed materialistic things and stuff like that. But then once I started traveling and I got to, I think it was like Amsterdam. And I had a friend that was living there, and I went up these little bitty ass steep stairs to like the 4th floor, and she had this little tiny ass fucking apartment, and was so happy. And it was like the first time I really realized, like, wow, like not everybody lives in these big, nice, fancy fucking houses like we do in America, and like the American dream is just like our dream.
Yes.
And I started realizing, like, what the fuck? We were just brainwashed to like expect to get married, expect to have kids, expect, you know, to buy a house and a nice car and nice all this shit. But then once you get it, does it really make you fucking happy? No. I was way happier, I'm telling you. My little ass villa in fucking Koh Samui, it's a tiny ass little fucking house with a pool. I am happier than shit. I am happy. When I get there, I shut out all of this American thing. Because it's like too late now, you know? Like I had an epiphany later in life, and I'm like, I don't want this shit. But it's too late. I already have it all, right? And so I get back here, and I sit in this 6-bedroom house, and I fucking hate it. And I'm like, what made me think in life that I needed a movie theater?
They did.
What made me think that I needed a fucking movie theater in life? I'm not sure, but I got one, and nobody used the motherfucker. Nobody uses it. And I'm like, it's kind of sad that I grew up in this, in America, I'll be honest. I feel like it's brainwashed me to want like materialistic things and all these big dreams and these big fucking goals and stuff. But I love it in the sense because it's giving me money to go elsewhere. If that makes sense. So when I told my daughter, I'm like, you make as many American dollars as you can, and when you finally get enough, you take that shit elsewhere. That is the American dream. Not this house, not this car, not this marriage, not all this shit. The American dream now should be make as many American dollars as you can to take to a different fucking country. Because I can promise you, you'll be a lot happier.
They've been doing that for years. We late.
Well,
I think I'm late. Maybe you're not late.
Like interesting.
I'm late.
But like when I first started going to Thailand, like there was not a lot of Americans there, not by any fucking means. They were all Russian.
Wait, when was this?
Every one of them fuckers was Russian. They were all coming from Russia or Germany.
When was your first?
Where were all the Americans?
When was your first time in Thailand? Sounds like. Mine was like a few.
8-9 years ago. 8-9 years ago. Thailand just now has Americans thanks to digital nomads and the shit that like you're doing. But 8-9 years ago, there wasn't all these digital nomads. They were in Bali, number one. That was they're all, digital nomads come in a wave. They started in Bali, then went to Thailand, and then now they're all moving to Vietnam. You know? But there was no Americans there. There was no Americans. They were all Russian. And I'm like, how does Russians figure this shit out that Thailand's way better, but Americans haven't?
It's crazy. It's crazy. It's right. I think they're here heavy together. Communities.
Yeah.
Businesses. Night markets.
Working my way backwards in life. Right now, every day, I'm working my way backwards in life. I sold my office set. I sold my movie theater couch. I sold why do I have a fucking popcorn machine? Who the fuck knows? But I sold it. You know, and when you start to break down every little thing in your fucking house and start to get rid of it, it really hits you. So like where you've been like in a whole different thing of like you have nothing, I'm literally trying to get rid of everything. And it's really weird. It's like surreal to work your whole life for something, for this big dream. You got it all, and now you're just gonna get rid of it all to go live in a tiny ass little place in Thailand? Like that doesn't even make sense, right?
No, it does.
It doesn't. To a lot of people, they're like, what the fuck?
I mean, but
I feel like
we
I just
see
need
it.
out. Like now every day I'm selling shit little by little, and I'm like, what? I look at the dumbest thing and I'm like, why did I want this? You know, what made me possessed to buy this? Like, why do I need a $500 painting on my wall? Who gives a fuck about this painting? I don't even know the artist. You know what I mean? I'm like, that's dumb. It's stupid. But I did it, and now I'm reversing all of the actions I built my whole life around. So
I don't think that's a bad thing. I think there's many women and men that can learn from you, including your daughter.
Yeah, but Now my American dream is I'm going to keep making. The only reason why I'm still here now, even though I have a place in Koh Samui, is because I know that I'm still only 40 years old. You know what I mean? To retire at 40 years old is still like the biggest fucking accomplishment ever. To say I'm going to retire at 40 and have all that money until the rest of the life I live. But I also know that I'm making good money now that's just going in the bank. And when I get to Thailand one day and never have to fucking work again or any of that, it's all going to be worth staying here for a couple more years or staying here for as long as I did. You know, I'm like, I just think about that constantly. That's my goal. Every time I watch my bank account go up, I'm going, well, that $500 would go 5 times as far in Thailand as it would here. Oh, that would go 3 times as further on rent as it would here. You know, I keep doing that all in my mind. So I wish Americans, when I Googled how many Americans have a passport, did you know only 50% of Americans have a passport?
I did that on live.
50%?
I did that on live in San
like,
Francisco. We went through these
50%
statistics.
of Americans do not have a passport? How? How the fuck is
Less
that
than
possible?
50.
I think I've been to like 43 countries already. I've been to like 43 fucking countries. But I traveled when I was younger in the military. I brought my daughter with me a couple places. But then after that, I just started traveling. I got a fucking bug for it. I was like, after I went to like Europe, London the first time, and then went to Amsterdam and then Ireland, I was like, oh shit.
Yep,
the
you was
world
turned
is
out.
big out
You
there,
was
and it is
turned
so
out.
different in every single place.
That's how it
And
happened.
I'm like, I just got to get out of the U.S.
You get that
So,
one
like, for
stamp,
me here,
and another stamp, and
every
another
day,
stamp.
I'm like working out. I'm working out at the fucking gym every day here, and I'm like jogging every fucking day. And all I can envision is like, I'm not going to be one of these big fucking Americans. I don't really live here. I'm not American. Like, I don't identify as that. You know what I mean? Like, I stay in shape because of that too. Because I've gone to Europe and
I did a study, and I didn't like do a video on this because I've seen so many people's videos and their editing is so on point. It just kind of makes me insecure about like dropping videos. But I talked about how I would pay for these subscriptions of these dating apps and swipe in multiple countries. And my God, when I got back to New York and I would swipe in America. Because one time I did it, and I think I was on Hinge, and I was used to swiping in Australia. I'm swiping. Then I fly from Cairns, Australia, back to New York. I'm still swiping. I'm like, oh my God, we've got an obesity problem. Because I spent months out there and just seeing the same sort of, because I was paying for the app like monthly, even though Hinge is expensive, but Hinge does have a higher quality of women, and it's global. It was shocking, and I knew women in America
we have a big problem.
don't want to talk about
The first time I realized that we had a problem, I swear to you, was like, I don't know, maybe 12 years ago or so when I went to Amsterdam, right? And I'm sitting at this table, and they brought me like a pasta dish and a little tiny loaf of bread, right? I ate the whole ass bread, and I asked him for another bread. The look on his face when I asked for a second fucking loaf of bread was just like complete disgusted. He was like, you know, this must be how Americans eat or something, you know. And I could just see his brain working. And he's like, and he looks at me and he goes, you really want another loaf of bread? You already ate the one? And I was like, yeah, I ate that loaf of bread. Can I get another one? You know, plus I'm in Amsterdam. I was hired and shit. I was really wanting that bread. He looked at me so disgusting, brings me back the bread. And he's like, in America, he goes, they eat 2 loaves of bread like this? And he was just dumbfounded. And I got back and I sat back at home and I was like, damn, and I've never been big my entire life. I've never, ever been big, never. And I just got back here and I was like, damn, is that what like outsiders think of like Americans? Like we're that overweight and stuff. Like, really, are we? And then I start looking around, I'm like, oh shit, it's gotten bad nowadays. And then when as a woman, and I'm also like bi, so when I go to Thailand and there's all those pretty girls, Thai women are naturally like half the size of Americans. You know what I'm saying? Like they're super ass skinny. So there is no way I'm going to Thailand and I'm going to be overweight around all these skinny little girls. Like, it's just not going to happen for me. So every day I'm here at the gym, I'm just running on this treadmill and I'm thinking about Thailand again. And I'm like, nope, I'm never going to look like one of those American girls in Amsterdam ordering 2 breads again. Every day.
I don't think there's anything wrong with the American standard, like small or big. I just know that it was normalized to me. And then even living in Hawaii, you see, no, Hawaii, I felt the difference too, because Hawaii, wow, yeah, there's a lot of obesity in Hawaii. There was reports in Hawaii that because they wear slippers so much that the government was like allocating money to them for their feet because they wear slippers and they would be obese and have no art support and mess up their whole like spine. A lot of people have like bone problems there because it's really common. Slippers. Nobody got no art support, and everybody's on these crazy rice diets, and just that rice have you like. But in Colombia, I didn't see. That's what I'm saying. Like even in these rice places, like Philippines and Colombia, rice was just ridiculously just a lot of rice. But we have
all the additives and stuff. Like in America, we have the additives. So like when I go to Amsterdam, a Coca-Cola soda, their sugar is regulated, where ours isn't as much. And so Coca-Cola in Amsterdam has half the amount of sugar as it does in the U.S. So they're still drinking Coke every day, but they're not getting all the sugar and all the additives that we're getting. Our sugar is not regulated like it is in other countries by any means whatsoever. It's our sugar.
I taste it.
But if you want to be technical, that our sugar is controlled by the pharmaceutical companies because they're the ones controlling half the world right now, making all that money on that obese medication and them damn Ozempic shots. Okay? They're the ones that are helping pay and fund to not control the sugar regulation in the U.S. It's the pharmaceutical companies.
I mean, I ain't gonna, point no fingers and speak,
that's what it is. They want Americans to be fat so they can make all that money. That's what it comes down to. So we don't control stuff like we do. That's why, Europeans are a lot more skinnier is because they don't have all the additives that we have in their sugars controlled. Their sodas are all controlled, how much sugar. Their school lunches are healthier. If you would have seen pictures of my daughter's school lunches, they were disgusting looking.
I would work towards or do almost anything to if I could push a button and out of nowhere I just like have a platform and I can like take off on those days of my voice or hours and just go through long routines of physical fitness and put all of that training to use that I did prior to all of this music, my whole life being consumed by music and now the internet. Because my life was straight dance and physical fitness, and it paid me, and that's why I was able to it was a lifestyle. So it's, again, if I could be as, that's why I'm telling people individually, because I know I'm gonna have to get back into my yoga, and I'm gonna have to get back into like said things as soon as the housing, like I said, once I can just start doing month to month and not week to week, it's just gonna be a bit more comfortable. I didn't get up to that yet. I just got out of the country 2 months ago, and I just got out of doing dailies in the States. So mentally, I'm like feeling way better than I was when I was sleeping in hostels in Europe. I was happy I was in Europe, but I ain't get no pussy in Europe. Like, so how happy, like, what's better, money or women? No offense to women. No offense to women. I'm speaking to the guys. When I say that, no offense, I'm just saying, like, the European...
I don't get offended by none of that shit.
I know, but I got so used to, like, just my audience. It was just it's been guys. My biggest supporters, and that's dope. But do you know, Amy, that wasn't the case before I met Frank and Ronnie. And even to this day, like women still come out of nowhere, like boom, boom. Maybe they don't stay like these brothers, like some of the brothers, but the women are still out tipping men by far with what I do. So
Yeah. Yeah,
but
there's a cute Hispanic guy on here on TikTok, and just because he's really good looking and speaks Spanish, he gets a lot. His whole thing, he's got like 200 women in his chat. I'm like, good for him though. You know, make that money somehow, I guess. But he is cute. I give him credit. He's a good looking dude. And I'm like, he's just sitting there
like
though, talking to all these women all
like
day long. And they're just throwing money at him left and right. I'm like, shit, is there really like that many cougars out here nowadays that are just willing to drop a dime on that shit? And then I watched this documentary about this place in Africa where it's all these British women going there to sleep with the guys for money. And that's their whole job, is to stay and fit. They stay at this little beach town there in Africa. And they scam all these British older women that come over.
I thought it was Jamaica.
To get them to pay
Africa
for it.
too?
I was like, damn, there's still like male gigolos out there nowadays? That's nice.
You heard about
Yeah,
Japan?
there's a whole documentary.
You heard about Japan? Japan has an industry like that too.
Oh, Japan is next level, okay?
You heard,
Japan's
so you
got, like,
you heard about it though.
athletes paying for these hosts they have host bars. Yeah.
So you know that
I've
whole
been all through Japan, trust me.
You know what I'm
There's
talking
secret
about.
host bars too that are only for the celebrities.
No, but the guys, how the women do the guys out there in Japan. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Yep.
I said I need to go to Japan, man. What's going on? Like, I said that could never. I've never seen no Vietnam video. The closest thing you get to that is in Africa, where an African that have a whole bunch of money and he's got a couple wives, but that's the closest.
Yeah.
Or Neo, but Neo got his own money, and they trying to erase Neo's legacy just because he's coming out about being polygyny, following polygyny. But no, I feel like intentionally, if women, no, intentionally it is designed to not, like, you know, women fight, even if, let's say the man is the employer. Let's say he owned the club. I feel like the women are still sit there and fight over that man's attention, knowing that none of y'all are gonna get him. He's got a husband already, and you work for him. But they'll still sit there and fight, knowing all of y'all are employed, and it's the same relationship. Like, but overseas, it still kind of feels like there is intentional. It's intentional that women will not come together when it comes to. I think y'all come together quicker when it comes to building each other than y'all will come together to build your own father. And that's just my opinion. I could be wrong, but I'm speaking to my sisters. I'm speaking to Western women.
I don't really have girlfriends. Because most of them my age are married with kids. And when they say married here, it means like you're not allowed to go out with other guys. You're not allowed to fucking talk to anybody else. You got to go sit and have this wine damn brunch thing, and that's it. You know, they got to be on your perfect behavior. And I don't know. I struggle having friends. Like my next door neighbor, she's, you know, all around perfect American mom. You know, got the 3 little boys, driving the soccer band, doing all these perfect things. And I'm like, I just don't relate. Because just like 2 months ago, I was in Thailand with a whole bunch of girls at the bar, smoking weed, drinking, doing all these things. And so I struggle to like relate with Americans nowadays. I really do. I feel like where I live is like a very popular city, but it used to be like super eclectic, all about music and stuff. And now it's just turned to like, you got to wear Lululemon leggings to even walk around here. You know what I mean? And so I really struggle to make friends that are girls here because a lot of them haven't traveled. You know, they're stuck at home with kids. They don't know what countries you're talking about.
That's a class.
You know,
That's
you try
a
to say
class.
something about Thailand, and they're like, "Well, what is that?" You know?
You're in a
Just
different
because,
class
like,
now,
I feel like
Amy.
they're too boring here for me, in a sense.
It's a class
Too
thing.
cookie cutter, too boring.
It's a class thing. I feel like not just money wise, not just money class. When I say class, I don't just mean money. I mean you are in a different class experience wise with most American
Yeah.
women. Most American women do not have global experience. They know America.
Right.
She's a full-fledged, and I get that. But I feel like a lot of the real American leaders, like you and Michelle Obama, and just the Kardashians, are global. Y'all is global. Y'all are not just one state, one side of the country, one language. Even if you don't even speak nothing but one language. I'm starting to
Right.
realize that all of those exotic women, they were exotic because I saw them in America, but I knew that she had experience traveling in and out, or she was in America and she wasn't even from America. So that in itself shows you she already in a different class, because the closest that I've gotten to the world was being born and raised in New York City. And being born and raised in New York City and being a street performer, we all know all of the street performers go to Manhattan. Everybody in New York knows Manhattan is where the international tourism of the world exists. So if you want to meet the world, just go to
That's
40.
kind of every time I go to New York City, I'm not gonna lie, I have a fucking blast. But that's only because I'm a tourist. But I do hate their subways. They're shit. They're absolute shit. I get that. But I have fun because it's the only place in America that I can actually go and talk to people in a bar that aren't from America. You know what I mean? That are
It's a mix.
traveled other places, know
a
about
mix.
different countries and stuff like
It's a
that.
mix.
So yeah, I struggle here. I really, to be honest, I don't even identify like as American anymore. Like I've been to so many other places and seen so many other different things, and this isn't where I want to be. This is where I'm making
Amsterdam?
money right now, but this definitely is not where I want to be. But I do like New York in the sense of that's the only place I've been able to go to like meet people that are from all over the world.
New York
I mean that
is
in LA. New York and LA, and that's it.
I haven't been able to find any money gigs in in LA, but New York has definitely been home to where I've been able to like meet somebody on the side of the streets, and next thing you know, they're flying me out first class to sing for their wife and show up for their wife. And I'm like, I know it's not just New York though. I know that can happen anywhere in the world. There's successful people everywhere in the world. You're successful. I met you online. So I had to really branch out because it will keep you. Ooh, so many of my peoples, we're in a New York state of mind. Even if we traveled a couple of states away or way, that's again, I'm still trying to run away from just being locked in that mindset, because you get this ego and this pride and this stubbornness, like, yo, who's doing more than us? You serious? Like, this is New York. Just like Los Angeles feels that way, or Cali feels that way about Cali, because the cost of living is ridiculous there compared to in Hawaii. The cost of living is ridiculous and crazy there. So, I mean, anybody who's
Yeah,
making
Hawaii's fucking
additional,
expensive.
those are top tier
Yeah,
states.
to be honest, I'm in a different level. Like, I looked all over to retire. Even though I'm only 40, I tried to put myself, like, in retirement in Florida on the beach. And I literally went there hundreds of times. I, like, tried to envision myself there. And I'm like, this is okay. I could probably get used to this. But I went looking at fucking condos in Miami, and the condo I wanted was $700,000. $700,000. I was like, what the fuck? This is ridiculous. There's no
What
way I
part?
could
Oh, my,
justify
you
this
said
anymore.
Miami.
And then that's when I started looking in Thailand, and I bought my house for $127,000. And I have a house, not like a wee ass fucking condo in Miami.
Damn,
Miami's too expensive.
I mean,
That shit's out of control right now.
that's a crazy.
In California too. I would live in California right now, but it's just so fucking costly. That's where I budget my shit. I'm like, okay, how far will this go in Thailand?
I mean, that makes sense though, because you can always fly. You can fly. You can always fly and be wherever you want. It's again that's I'm gonna have assets in America, but I just feel like
Yeah.
raising my children globally would give a better experience than I'll have. I don't want them to just be too soft, but I don't want them to just be too hard neither. But I'm just like, so if that's...
I begged my daughter to go to school. I begged her to go to college in a different country. I begged her, and she's lived in a big city her whole fucking life that she now likes a small town. She's like, no, I've grown up in a big ass city where, you know, you have a tiny backyard, but a massive fucking house. But I mean, you're stuck in traffic all the time. She just hates traffic. She hates the big city life. She's grown up in it her whole entire life. And she's like, no, when I get older, I'm going to move to a little small town somewhere. And that's exactly what the fuck she did. She picked a college in a little small ass town, and she's happy. She's like, I don't like the big city life. But I'm like, are you sure you don't want to go to fucking school in Ireland? Because I will pay for that tomorrow. Will you go? And she's like, I don't know anybody in Ireland, number one. I'm like, who cares? But no, she's stubborn. She's like, nope, if I'm going to go to college, Mom, it's at least going to be in the United States. And I was like, fine. But I wanted her to speak multiple language. I wanted her to go to school, like spend a semester in China, spend a fucking semester in Japan, all over, and she just was not having it.
I think you was probably supposed to pull that mom card, because she definitely would have came back to you like, Mom, thank you. Are you serious? Are you serious? How many of her peers?
She likes it now, though.
I'm not saying that
she's in this little small town, going to school, and she likes it. And I'm like, I tell her all the time. I was like, because I don't like the small town where she lives. I'm like, fine, if you're gonna live in a small town, can I at least pick like a real cute town in New Hampshire or some shit? You know, that's all pretty and stuff. And she went to this boring ass desert town. I'm like, are you kidding me? They don't even serve liquor where she lives. She has to drive 40 minutes to get it.
Oh man. I feel like traveling.
It's fucking crazy to me considering I'm going to Thailand.
I feel like I found a new love, but it's expensive. I feel like traveling to me is like a new girlfriend, and I enjoy it, but you know, like a relationship. Sometimes the pretty girls come with their shit, like, and you like, all right, get another pretty girl, or leave her, or deal with it. Choose one. And I'm like,
right.
Oh.
The only thing that I have going for me that allows me to travel is that because my husband travels for work and flies all over the U.S. Monday through Friday, I have so many fucking airline points built up, it's not even funny. Like, so that's how I'm able to go to, why I've been to over 40 countries is because we started traveling the minute he started building up points, and we can't spend them fast enough usually because he's staying in a hotel 5 nights a week. He earns free rooms, you know, and then we're like, oh shit, well, where do you want to go this weekend? Because we got free room. It just spiraled from there. But like, if I didn't have all those points and had to like pay for all of my flights, that would be a hell of an expensive hobby for sure. That's what saved my ass a lot of times is that I don't pay for hotels and I don't pay for flights.
That's what the labels do. The labels do the same thing with their business lines for the artists. Some sort of hack, some sort of contact or connect where somehow travel and hotels is like included, and no one is like real. It's a write-off and it's points. And yeah, that's a blessing. That's what I was referring to when I was saying that. I could tell that building an empire requires, even if it's a silent partner, even if it is a silent partner, but I just don't like when, you know, the world, or sometimes people try to come to me, or the world puts this facade out that, oh, it's just me, I did it all by myself, or try to lie to me and tell me, oh, Mark, you got this, you can do it, you got this, you know I don't. You know damn well I can't drive, or I don't got this, that I'm falling and dropping the camera. What's wrong with y'all at this point? Like, Mark, you got this, man.
Unfortunately, I've learned in life to make money, you gotta have money. To make like good money, you gotta have money. I mean, I'm making more from having money in the bank than I was from when I didn't have a degree and I was working 9-to-5 job. I make more off of that in interest in the bank per year. You know,
you said that fast.
When I was younger and I was working, I was only making like $25,000 a year, you know, working 9 to 5.
You said that
fucking making it
really fast. Can you say that again?
You put money in the bank and all of a sudden, your money's making money. You got money to put in crypto. Oh, your money's making money. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, nowadays, you got to have money to make money. So, like right now, if you had fucking $30,000, you'd be able to take your YouTube channel a hell of a lot further than it is right now. You know? And that's where you got to have money to make money.
Now you're preaching.
That's what I've learned in life.
Now you're preaching. Now, again, so would you say $50,000, I would still be sitting here thinking about bots? Or would I be able to just outsource and say, just go in the studio and let someone else have my passwords and say, fix this, thank you, let me know the updates. I'll be in the studios writing new songs.
Right. Right. Yeah, no, if you had money, I mean, unfortunately, you can just hire a thumbnail artist that,
the whole
puts out all your
shebang.
thumbnails like that.
The
you
whole
can hire
shebang.
Somebody that does all your shorts videos.
Whole
yeah,
shebang.
You got money. YouTube's the end. It's the sky is the limit. You can just go as far as you want because you can just outsource everything.
I mean, again, so that's why I've been taking it one day at a time and doing what I can, doing the best that I can. And I smoke my little weed and I don't stress out about it, because once I found out that I got this good and I got approval from professionals, people that can probably, sing. Luke James could definitely hold his own, and we'll probably, it'll be a fight. He might try to sing my boots out. I might have to quit smoking and all sort of shit and take 6 months off and really train. Cause bro is a singer. Like, and that's why he's him and myself. I told him to his face. It was crazy how I met him. But again, that approval, and he didn't see me sing. He saw me do Sinatra and get a standing ovation from a street crowd. But him, Akon, and a bunch of them, and whether people believe me or not, I know the thousands, the hundred of thousands of approvals that I've gotten, not just from distinguished and great human beings like yourself, but now I'm just like friends. Like, I'm really invested, and I know I have to invest, because this is the difference between me then and me now. I didn't take the time then to one friend at a time, one person at a time, even if I have to sit here like a companion and wait for you to get off work, because I'm in a place where the time is more cheaper. So I have more time to just post videos and wait for whenever my friends or peoples are available, once a week, twice a week, or whenever. And that's what I've been focused on. Fuck having 100 followers or 100 subscribers. I'm not focused on that. I'm really just intricate the relationships, because literally 1 or 2 relationships, it's been multiple relationships, but I can literally count on my hand, and up until now. So it's not. I do hear scale up, and it sounds like you're also saying the same thing that I'm saying. Like, you're saying scale up and that you've been able to build that empire, but you're throwing in like, yo, you got catchers. Your daughter is really like left field, and your husband is really like, you got a whole squad over there. Like, it sounds like you got puppies, or you got puppies as well. You got companions, like, you probably got neighbors and just a whole people that you talk to on a regular.
I hate my neighbors. I hate my neighbors. I hope they're watching this. I hate y'all.
I'm just saying. I'm referring to just
I know.
people that you see every day, opposed to strangers living on tour.
Let me tell you a funny story about my next door neighbor. I haven't talked to my next door neighbor in a year, and you know why? I sat there one day. I told you this is where I don't really relate to Americans. I was sitting there one day, and this bitch had a company pull up that was going to pick up all her dog poop. And I just really reflected on life one day. Like, is that somebody who I want to be friends with that literally thinks they have so much money that they don't even have to pick up dog shit anymore?
That's
and
crazy.
I'm like, I just don't fuck with these people anymore. I don't relate to them. Like, I don't care
How
much
rich is
money I have in
that?
the fucking world.
What kind of neighborhood
If
is?
I'm gonna have a dog,
That's a rich
I'm
ass
gonna pick up
neighborhood.
my own dog shit. Listen, oh no, listen, I hate my fucking neighborhood. Okay, so she has her dog, they call it a pooper scooper, comes over and picks up her dog poop once a week. My neighbor next door has a
That's not the
teeth whitening
projects.
van.
That ain't the
On the other
projects.
side, has a teeth whitening van that comes and parks outside of her house so she can just go out and get her teeth whitened and go back inside. There's nobody. I'm the only single person in my entire neighborhood that mows their own yard. I'm the only one. Everybody looks at me like, what the fuck is she doing out there? Why is she mowing her yard? Like, is she broke? Can she not afford somebody to no, it's like modern day slavery where I live. I call it modern day slavery because they all own their own Mexicans. Like, every one of them around there. And I'm like, how fucked up is our world nowadays? Like, it's really sad. It's really fucking sad. And I'm like, I can't relate to these people.
That's such a
They
fact,
don't pay
though.
them enough.
That's a fact.
They're using them.
That's
They
a fact.
don't do anything. They don't do nothing.
Everybody got their own
like,
little
my neighbor,
Mexicans.
She has never.
The Mexicans is
My
good
neighbor
too.
Has never taken her own kids to school.
The
Like, my
Mexicans
neighbor
is
has
loyal.
Never taken her own kids to school.
They loyal too. They
And I'm
loyal.
like,
You can't even turn the Mexicans against the neighbors. Like, yo, don't fuck with them no more. They not paying you. They gonna act what they.
Oh, hell no. She ain't leaving.
Exactly.
No, when I realized that my neighbors never took her own kids to school, not a day in her life, I was like, what? And she's like, well, I have a live-in nanny. And she takes them back and forth to school. I'm like, a live-in nanny? So you don't even watch your own kids at all. And so she gets home off of work. She sits her ass down.
That's
her
the
nanny
American
cooks her
dream.
fucking dinner, plays with her kids, bathes all her kids, put all her kids to bed, and does everything. And then she don't even pick up her own dog poop. I'm like, how do I relate to somebody like
Who's
that?
the
I just can't
husband?
do it. So I just say,
Who's the
hi.
husband?
I just say hi, and I wait.
Who's the
And I'm
guy?
like, hi.
That guy gotta
Oh,
be.
to be honest,
The guy got to be.
one of my neighbors just moved out. I'm gonna send you his Instagram. So one of my next door neighbors just moved out. Like last fall, they moved out, and I got 2 new tenants there. And he's got, between the two of them, the couple, they're a single couple. Between the two of them, they have over 5 million followers on Instagram. And they were the most like.
Sounds like that
lived this
neighborhood.
Perfect fake life. Perfect fake life, but in hindsight,
It
like
works.
they had no friends. They had no friends. Nobody ever came to see their nice ass house. They live this perfect life online, but in all reality, she's like taking care of their brand new baby while he's upstairs watching fucking football all day, every day. And I'm like, but then they go post like they're this perfect family online, and I'm like, I can't stand y'all. So anyway, I struggle to relate, and I think that's why I appreciate when I get to Thailand more. I'm like, wow, these are real people. Like, once you move up in a certain level, it's like they become fucking not real people anymore. I don't know how to explain it, but like, a real person picks up their own dog shit. I'm sorry. I'm like, I don't know. They drive me nuts.
The humility. I mean, I do know there's two kind of rich people. There are rich people who forget where they came from, and then there are rich people who you can't even tell. You cannot tell at all. They are out there picking their own dog poop up, sweeping their own floors, and flipping their own burgers, and driving their own cars and doing basic stuff. They're looking. That's why J. Cole is making a spectacle out of America, because he's selling CDs. He's worth over $100 million, and he's driving around with all of his friends cooped up in a car selling CDs. You know, but again, but he's been kind of doing that the past few years, showing like kind of going backwards. Not going backwards, but when I was younger, it freaked me out because Grandpa was always like, live simple so others may simply live. Live simple so others may simply live. And I never really understood why he would like take it that serious and live that simple when he had that much power. But vanity was another word. Hey, Tina. Vanity was another word he would always use. And I I didn't. I mean, until you have some of these experiences, and in your great day, Queen, and you have some of these, you're in the room with some of these people, and you feel the feeling. Again, I, I, when somebody was paying me $1,000 an hour to sing, it wasn't the same feeling as like when I'm on the streets and somebody's like, really, you can look at them and see that they're reaching for their last, or they're reaching for something. They don't even know what their expenses are. They're reaching. They're like trying to go through and see what they can give, opposed to when that family flew me out first class, and the wife was like, kind of skeptical. I do know, and I didn't judge it. Thank you for the heart me. I didn't judge it because we were going through COVID. They paid for my COVID testing and all of that. But it was just kind of weird because she was like, yo, keep him over there, keep him over there. And they had this dome as a living room. It was a dome. You had to like really walk to go and get to their apartment, and they had help. I just felt like the help. I felt like, because they had help in there, and they was doing everything except being served. Like, and he was like, yo, Mark, I got the Italian embassy in New York Times in here, so just in case, they might, let them know you're here. And I was like, okay, thanks. But his wife was like, she was like really, she didn't even say what's up or anything. She was just, yo, y'all boys take that over there. And I was like, this is some bullshit. This is a 60-year-old millionaire, multi-millionaire, and his wife just sunned both of us. And just, he's like, yeah, here's $100 for yourself, go get yourself something nice. And he's just sitting there talking to me on the other side of this huge living room, like, yeah, man, it really boils down to who you're in front of and who you see. And I was like, you have a firm. His name is Richard Elderman. Richard Elderman. I'm like, you have a firm. Can you connect me with some of your peoples? And he was like, yeah. So he did. And like whoever this guy was that was in his marketing, I reached out, and then I sort of brushed off. So I left him alone, and I stopped harassing Richard about it as well. And I said, let me just kind of continue to build my brand, because I'm pretty sure him, Guitaro 5000, I don't know if Guitaro 5000 is a millionaire, but I look at him as a multi-millionaire because bro is, I know him personally as well, but I know him a bit more personally, and he's at 1.7 million subs. And I spoke to him the other day. He was in my chat and watches me time to time online. And I brought some of this stuff to him as well. And I know he's probably saying the same thing, like, Mark, you gotta get your attitude. You gotta get your attitude. You gotta get your attitude. And I get where a lot of people can see from the outside looking in. And that's why I always say, like, yo, have a conversation with me offline, or spend some time with me, because that's kind of what I did. I mean, I didn't do this when I met Frank and Ronnie. It took me a while to even speak to them, but with you, I'm like speaking to you like right now, opposed to taking weeks and weeks. But I still confirmed at the beginning that you care enough. I usually have to, out of my own mental and my own boundaries, like. And again, I'm not doing this from a perspective of I know the internet. I'm doing this from the perspective of I've been on the streets, considered a panhandler and a beggar before the internet. I watched the whole world go from being more social on the streets to the switch. It's a very uncomfortable thing to even think about, because I was in public. I've been in public the entire time. And anyone who's been in customer service or has some sort of job where you're a public servant and you're dealing with mass and just hundreds of people a day, you get to see, patterns of human behavior. It's insanity. But I live through it, and I still sing through it. And I'm even like meeting, like, I'm getting reacquainted with friends like Tina, and meeting new friends like yourself. And that's my only goal, is to not continue to be in this matrix alone, because That's prison. When the only thing, when I was incarcerated, like the only thing that kind of gave me peace of mind was music, because I'm like, all right, there's no women here, and all I can do is just imagine that I'm with a woman until it's time to go home. But if they was like, yo, you're not coming home, I would have been like, all right, bet. You want to bet? I bet you, if even if I got to come through this motherfucking wall, like it's a ghost. That was then. But it really isolated my mind. I never really thought about, okay, if shit hit the fan and I took money, freedom, and women out of the picture, what matters? And I was like, okay, music matters. And then I've been able, ever since that day, I've been able to gauge since, like, not an amount of money, followers, fame, women, or children, like nothing can like gauge. So I kind of reset it. I always reset back to that when, like, I don't have marijuana, or I don't have a girlfriend to cuddle with, or I don't have my freedom. Well, I have my freedom, but like I said, once I accomplished everything, I was like, okay, I feel like I'm in this isolated state now, because performing creates the lifestyle creates this isolation, and it's not because of you. The public isolates you. They put you on a pedestal or treat you accordingly, good or not. But if you do it that much, and if you're good, you cannot tell people to. And it's insulting if you try to, yo, treat me the same. It'll kind of almost be insulting to someone, because they be like, yo, what you mean? I'm doing this to show you I appreciate you. I appreciate your song. I want to buy you this drink. I want to. So you kind of have to go with how the public and how the world is going to perceive you, and it becomes very dehumanizing. And I've realized the only way to get around that is another human. That's never going to change unless I just stop singing or let people just deal with my recordings. And that's fucked up, because I do enjoy live, but I know being live, the entire time I was a product. And because I didn't look at myself as a product, something to sell, whatever someone wants to judge and judge or put me down or heckle, a product is a product. And like, if you don't package a product, get you a staff, or just, really treat a product accordingly, if it's an artist or something that doesn't have a life, like, your product is not gonna move accordingly. So I've had to really, it's been like out of body experience, like when I had to really look at myself like a business like that. And it's also a lot of vulnerability, because I'm just like, I'm a grown man, but I do have to come to grown people, and I have to say, listen, I'm not able to manage myself any further. And whether they accept it or not, move on to the next person. Like, and that's kind of what it's been. A lot of people are like, yo, Mark, do this, do that, do this, do that, do this, do that, do this. And I'm hearing them. And I continue this, I start off it the same way. Like, yo, I'm looking for a home as a musician, period. Whether it's family or a complete stranger that I have to build trust with. And you said trust, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna build it day by day. I can try to fake like I trust you, but you're gonna look dead in my face and read my body language and know that I'm fucking with you accordingly. You're gonna be able to see it right in my face. So I'm like, I might as well not lie.
Yeah, I'm better at faking it, because I have a lot of clients that I very, very dislike. And I dislike my neighbor, but I put on a happy face. I'm like, hey, but I don't talk to her outside of like, hi, in the driveway, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? But even at work, there's a lot of people that I don't like at all whatsoever. I mean, I'm going to say 90% of my clients I don't like. But I talk to them only because I know it takes myself a next step further. And I trust them in the sense of like, I trust them to listen to their ideas enough, if that makes sense. Like, I can listen to somebody's idea and their opinion and what I should or shouldn't do, but and trust them in the sense that I can at least listen to it. But you're saying like, trust no one, I'm not going to listen to nobody, like, no, nothing like that. Where I'm saying no, trust people in the sense of listen to their advice and what they have to say, and open up enough just for that at least. And then you don't have to trust it. You know, in the back of your mind, you could say, okay, are they ill-willed? Do they have bad intentions or whatever? But to just go around telling people you don't trust them, I feel like you're not going to get as far in life. You got to, like I say, you got to fake it till you make it. Like, I don't like half the people I work with, but it's paying the fucking bills. And like, if TikTok was, I'll be honest, TikTok does pay a lot of money on my other channel that's like straight products. And that's the only reason why I still do it, is because I'm like, hey, it's just free money. I don't have to talk to anybody on live stream or any of that bullshit. But like,
he said bullshit.
If this is your goal, is to like think for the people on here, you got to trust everybody to come in your little stupid box over here, say what they're going to say.
Trust everybody?
Sing, do whatever they're going to do. But then, and if you don't like what they have to say, then you just click them off of the box. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know how to click them off the box
You
yet.
just click them off. You just say, hey, yeah, you want to come up in my box? Sure, get up here. If they say shit you don't like, you just end it, and that's it. You're not even like trusting people enough to do that, is my point. To even listen to people.
If it's one person, I know how to click them off. But panels, I never ran a panel. I'm definitely going to move forward with whatever involves like doing better than what I've been doing, and it still involves I get to sing and perform. So you know, that I've even brought up other side ideas like to my people's, like trading and other stuff like that. And people said the same thing back to me, like, Mark, just sing, Mark, just sing. I was like, yo, we can do it, such and such.
Yeah, that's where I wanted to plan some stuff out with you. Like, if I'm going to sit in a fucking box all day, well, then shit, I might as well run this channel up like I did every other one. You know what I mean?
You don't have to sit in a box. You don't have to.
No, if I'm going to sit in a box, what I'm saying is I would rather plan it out and go live stream with you with, like, a live event of you singing. I'll just be the co-host. And like figure out some type of way to go that route where it feels like a plan. Like I'm saying, I can help you co-host in a sense where you can sing more and not have to just sit here and talk to people in different boxes. You know what I'm saying?
I think you've been doing it.
There's some good talent show ones on there. Like I would be trying to plan like some kind of music event where you can showcase yourself, other people. You know, you really got to connect with the singers on here. If you're going to try to grow this page.
Amy,
which I think this page would grow if you promoted your YouTube channel properly.
You just talking to you has been a step for me.
Yeah, I can tell. I can tell. Like 2 weeks ago, you would have already not let me up in the box. I get it. You're coming. You're growing.
since the first time, like, you know, that's new for YouTube. Like again. And only reason I'm able to do it on YouTube because I'm in the hotel. If I was in the middle of the streets right now, I couldn't really run 2 phones like this and still have access to the music. There'd be basically no music. But a lot of people do want to see the behind the scenes. I spent like the first 12 months or maybe 16 months where I didn't really. It was really just about the singing, and then I realized a lot of people want to get to know me or the behind the scenes, and once they started supporting on that behalf, that was at the beginning. I kind of just started to be myself and to live and not just sing, and all the way up into you. I would say you don't. I don't think you understand how simple it is and how easy it was to have like a whole crowd just trailing along. Even when I didn't plan it. This was when, again, this was on an account that's not in the same state as what I'm dealing with right now. Because I can't really call, I can't call it. Because I know what I was doing prior. Before my accounts were popular, they were moving accordingly. Even this one. I remember when I first started posting on this, I wouldn't have titles, tags, none of that. And it would get hundreds of views. This was years ago though. And I was like, yo, that's crazy. So I kept posting a couple of times. But I didn't have the patience to keep posting because years went by and I see people left and right, including Guitaro, who I just said has 1.7 million on YouTube. All of them who are popping on YouTube are totally popping on TikTok. And I see what they're doing. They're fueling YouTube by out external sources, and I was never doing that. I just kind of had one egg in the basket, and I'm not mad at myself for that, because my main platform is people. It's never gonna be the internet. It's like I said, I started.
I mean, your Facebook page has good numbers, though. I mean, if you focused on that a little more,
it's dry.
Your Facebook has got good numbers too.
I'm insecure about that one, because I know I haven't put no work. I'm gonna have to really revive it, bring it back to life. Like, it is those numbers.
That's where I said you almost need like a little bit of rebranding. You know what I mean? Like rebranding of yourself and your channels and all of that. But
they've been telling me
anyway,
for years.
I actually have to go right now, so okay. I apologize to cut you off and stuff, but I got some stuff I got to do quick. I got to make a couple phone calls and stuff. But it was good talking to you. I did finish my live thing though, so I could do battles with you if we wanted to, just for the fucking fun of it or whatever.
Okay.
But I'd like to come up with some kind of game plan. Well, maybe like I'm co-hosting and playing the music. I'm a good DJ. Hey. And then maybe like you can focus on singing and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
We can figure out something just to try for the fun of it. If it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. We get 2 people in our room like there is now, then so be it. I don't really care. You know what I mean? Doesn't hurt to try anything.
I know.
That's how I look at it. I try anything once.
It'll work. I don't.
But who knows? Maybe there'll be a bunch of perverted men like they are for the Thai girls. I'm not ugly, so maybe there'll be a bunch of perverts that come in.
Okay, I'm with it. I want to play my music. I don't know about playing everybody else's music, but yeah.
Well, no, you can give me a playlist to play. I meant, because you said so that way you can have your other phone for other shit. All I was saying is maybe I could just play the music that you want me to play clearly. But like send me a playlist and I could play it through my box while you can sing on your box. Does that make sense?
We can do that? What?
Yeah. Well, we can co-host together even, and I could be playing
the music
and you could be singing.
But the music would be coming out of your background. I mean, we can talk about it when you're free, but the music is gonna be in your background, and I'm gonna sing to the music. I don't know how would that sound audio-wise.
I've sang with 7 people. I've sang with 7 people in a box at the exact same time. All 7 boxes were lit up, and we were all fucking singing together. It was actually the funniest thing. I really wish you could have seen that. I need to go back and look for my friend, but there was one good singer. We did this little box thing. It was one good singer, one real singer that was singing, and then the 8 of us were just all dog people. Like, it was all on my dog account. And we were all dog people, and we all sang at the top of our lungs, all 9 of these little boxes just going off, and only one person could really sing. And so people were trying to guess who's the real singer, right? Because we're all singing it like at the exact same time. Like, no, we didn't talk. It was like a whole strategic thing. We like didn't talk on there, so people couldn't see like who our voices was and when the box lit up. And then we all started singing at the exact same time. And then people in the chat were typing who they thought was the real singer. That shit was so funny, though. I'm over here like singing Bon Jovi, Living on a Prayer. We're all singing that shit together. We all rapped like Gangsta's Paradise. We all rapped that together. And there's a bunch of like white ladies too. That shit was so funny. But and then people were just typing who they thought the real singer was and stuff. But man, we made a lot of coins that day because people were just so intrigued about like, why are these people willing to put themselves out there with that bad of a voice? You know what I mean? And I was like, I'm not here for it. I don't care. People can hear me singing Bon Jovi all they want, but I suck. But it was a great time though. Like, if you can get in these right music boxes, they're a lot of fun. If you can get the right people in it and stuff. But that was all, we all knew each other and we planned it out ahead of time.
That sounds, that makes sense. That makes sense.
So maybe I'll start looking for some singers on here on TikTok that I can try to like set up a box like that to do, like, but not bad singers like we were, but good singers.
How about look for some more of you, ladies?
Yeah, that too.
Let me. Why can't I just sing to the ladies? Well, I don't. I'm telling you.
Oh, okay.
I'm telling you now. I'm telling you, I don't fuck with I don't fuck with a lot of. The only singers that I fuck with are the singers that fuck with me. I'm telling you. You think I got an ego? Start dealing with some. Get you some more singer friends. Get like close. Get they funk. Get you the ones that work. They feed their children from song. and sit with them for a few hours and see what kind of person that you did. It's a whole nother mindset. Once they know, click, you got that power and you can pay your kids and cash out from, they be, even if they voice ain't even the greatest. Again, that's where I be tripping. But the ones that I can rock with are the ones that I can rock with. But most singers, even female, and I'm speaking to the ones, whether you can out sing me or not. It be the ones that, whether you can out sing me or not, it's a lot of them that's not out singing me, but their attitudes, whether they got more followers or not, is crazy, crazy. And I get it. You sing, you pay your bills, and it's probably a fee. I get it. Like it's.
Well, then maybe you'll be the one. You'll be the one good singer on our shitty panel next time. Then.
I think
that shit was funny.
I just want to play the odds, and if we are gonna do a singers camp, let's run it. Let's strategize that. If we're gonna do a singers camp, let's get a product. Let's get a store and straight up sign them up. Let's set it up, like and be able to do 1 or 2 streams and be able to make decisions after. Like I kind of want to. I need to set myself up to where I can make a big move, like a big purchase, like the tourist visa and the deposit, or a new country or a new system. So those are kind of, I mean, but hanging out with you like this has been working for me, because talking to you is important, and getting to know you is important, because on those days when this time comes, I'm not gonna be talking a lot. All it is going to be, Mark, next one. And I'm never going to do that for somebody that I don't even fuck with. And if I don't, like the guy, do you think I don't even, that's why I'm telling Zeus, like, what dude besides Frank or Ronnie can sit here and tell me next one? Nigga, you know how long it took me my whole life to get to this point? My dad won't even get up here, and I want my dad to have that. Mark, go get him, Mark, sing. My own people, they won't even do that with me. I want somebody to be like sick to singer on the biggest and the most powerful corporations. That's how you do that. But it got to be strategy, because we talking about people with money. But I'm a singer. It's art. So I get where you're coming from, and that's why I'm just like, I'm not gonna wreck myself trying to do it by myself. I'll speak.
I'm actually laughing right now because I'm like, if we were together in person right now smoking a joint, I don't think either one of us would shut up. We both talk too much.
I enjoy building with you, and I'm pretty sure I can look at the numbers and the analytics, and just from your voice, like I told you, I did this before. People, that's a dynamic, and the last thing I'll say, I don't want to keep you.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts? Not just saying that because it's me and you, but what's your thoughts on couple brands? All of those brands that it be couples brands. You think
I know what you mean.
you think they're winning simply because what are your thoughts on? You think that's challenging, or it's easier because it's 2 of them, or it's still the same as me by myself?
I tend to think couples brands do very well. You know what I mean? Well, it depends, because, I don't know fully what you're saying, but as a couple, even on YouTube, if you're streaming together, you still can have your own avenues. You know what I'm saying? Because if you make your YouTube big in itself, then the woman can branch off and she can have a beauty line with that. You know what I'm saying? And you're promoting that too. You can really go far as a couple. If the guy's doing one thing, the girl's doing one thing, you guys both coming together and doing the live streaming, doing the TikToks and all that shit. I mean, the world, sky's the limit. You could just really take off. That's what my old neighbors that have all those followers, the 4 million followers on Instagram, they're a power couple in the sense of he's got his own shit, she's got her own shit, but they are each other's brand in a sense, if that makes sense. He promotes her on his TikTok and she promotes him on her TikTok, and they do TikToks together, and
you think they could have did it separately? You think they could have did it separate?
No.
Even with money.
No, I think
even with money.
His followers come from a majority of his followers come from his wife is very good looking too. You know what I mean? Sadly, that's what helps nowadays.
So even with money,
good looking,
even with money,
yeah.
he wouldn't have did that all by himself.
Hell no, no.
Wow, see, that's what I'm
so.
saying. That's crazy. I'm sitting here singing and singing and dancing and singing for freaking best couples to do skits, and they're fucking viral. I've been out here looking for an actor since.
Yeah.
Looking for, she don't got to speak English, none of that. Just stand right there. Stand there. Like, let me sing to you. You know, for years I would do that in the streets.
I wish you could find somebody, you know, that was also does social media, you know, so
they up
have
here.
An understanding of what you're going through
they up
and
here.
What you're doing, and also, yeah, making TikToks with 2 people is a lot better than making TikToks with 1 person. I agree. Yeah, I mean, I don't see anything wrong with it. Yeah, definitely.
I'll let you go though.
And like you said, for some, you know, not good reason, people do like seeing interracial relationships. You know, even though a lot of people don't agree with it, they do like to see it online.
The taboo. You know? The taboo. The controversy.
Yeah.
The controversy and the taboo will sell it. Simply
Whether the comments are good or negative, everybody's still got comments.
They're gonna talk crazy. I'm telling you, the Pastor Leviticus is out here with his hair slid to the side and he's totally bald at the front, just totally looking crazy. His comments, I took his stuff and his comments is selling his. And I'm just like, I'm not about to dress up like a clown on social media just for clicks. I can sing already. I won. I can sing.
On live stream tomorrow, dressed like a clown. Got your computer say I'm gonna try to do all this, and this.
I won already. I can sing.
It was good talking to you, but I do gotta go for now. I did do all my things though. I'll be on here again. I'll find you again. Trust me, I found you today.
Okay, if I get off, is to rest and come back.
Yeah.
But you got me.
Cool. Sounds good.
All right.
But I wish. What time is it there? Like 4? What time is it here?
Almost 5 a.m. Almost 5 a.m.
Wow.
I'm thinking about staying.
Damn.
I'm thinking about just staying up and going straight to the doctor. Because it's 24 hours. I just was.
Yeah.
I don't want to go in there and they. I'm gonna wait until I know the price. But I know they're gonna tell me prior to, before they even do anything. So I'm gonna know before.
Yeah.
Thank you though.
All right. Well, I'll talk to you tomorrow, or send me a message or anything, or I'll be talking to you in the WhatsApp or something. I'm sure. So.
Yeah, we should probably have a non-public conversation. Before, or unless you just want to just straight jump into. I mean, this would be a bit strange, like me having a partnership with somebody who I've never really met one-on-one yet. But yeah, I could use all of the support that I can get.
Yeah, I was just talking to you on here because you were live streaming anyways, and also this is where you make money. So I love this. I love this. Talk to you on WhatsApp, but what I'm saying is, at least here you're streaming and you're making money.
No, I want to be able to be full transparent with you and fully hear you out and not have the anxiety of I'm in front of a crowd. It's just a different conversation and a different vulnerability that I don't get to give you when I'm streaming like this.
Right.
So
okay.
Thank you.
Well, you have me just in WhatsApp by myself anyway, right?
Yes.
So you can send me a message in there if you want to, but.
I have, and you haven't picked up the phone when I tried to call.
Oh, sorry. Just been doing shit. I'm super fucking busy in life, to be honest. I have my camera off because I've been doing a million things while even talking to you right now. But, anyways, I will talk to you later. I gotta go though.
Okay, later.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Good luck. I hope you have a good day.
Thank you. I don't believe in luck, but thank you for the blessings.
You don't believe in luck?
I don't.
Oh my gosh.
I'm being honest.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna end this stream, I'm gonna be thinking about 2 words: luck and trust.
It's the blessings. I'm taking it as you mean you're blessing me. That's how I'm taking it. Thank you for the blessing. Thank you for the affirmation.
All right, bye.
Bye.
I'm about to send you a Cash App right now too, so check that after I get off of here. All right.
Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Thanks for being real. And
You're welcome.
we get to hear your voice. The whole world, like most people are scared to share this stage with me because they know I'm in front of the world. So thank you again, like for not being afraid of your own self. Like thank you.
You're welcome.
Frank too. Like Frank showed his face.
Talk to you next time.
Okay, later.
Bye.
Bye. Brother Frank showed his face. Showed his. Shout out to everybody that's like not afraid to show the world like y'all are here with me. Appreciate y'all. I would Global Housewife. I would literally sit out here if I can convince the government to let me stay. I'll stay out here in Thailand and wait. She said that's one of the first things she said when we first was talking. Like, yo, I'm coming out there. Yo, if you still out there when I'm out there, we could probably do something. Girl, I'll sit out here and wait. What you talking about? I'm just trying to. I came out here in a suitcase. They know I'm here, but they don't really. They know I'm here, but they don't know that I came through and I left my money at home. They don't know that. They don't gotta know. They don't know I'm a singer without a gig. I'll just get the gig. We'll get the gig. It was fun. She sounded like a straight manager. Get to work. I'm like, get to work. I need a team. Yo, why T.I. don't come up on TikTok? Freckles. Man, double streaming is allowing me to reach 2 platforms, but it's like holding me up from being able to do mobile things. I'm gonna get that 3rd mobile device. Man, doing everything except singing. All this stuff. Crazy. Posting? What posting got to do with singing? Oh, thank you, Global Housewife. Yay, I get to go get my finger. I wasn't telling her, trust no one. I was just like, I'm programmed. When she said trust, I said, trust. All I heard was, I felt like I was in, it was like a flash, trust no one. Like, that's what I heard. Trust no one. Like, that's what he said. Ever since he said that to me, I was like, why would you say that to me? Like, bro, I think somebody told him that in the military. Yo, shout out to all of the soldiers, bro. All our vets. Man, who's there for our vets? We gotta be there for the vets, man. 'Cause they soldiers more than me. Go on, hit the battle button. Go on and hit the battle button.
Can I
Goody.
turn my phone? Wait.
Trying to battle?
You said you want to battle? I ain't even got enough goddamn, you know what I'm saying?
Well,
First time really.
maybe they'll send us some people. That's what the battling does. When you battle, they send you people.
Let's do it. Let's do it then.
That's why I battle, because it forces the algorithm to share your.
Okay. So I didn't even know how it worked, you feel me?
Yeah, well, just know that some people take advantage of it. They take advantage of it. They just sit here. I mean, I ain't knocking nobody's hustle.
Yeah.
But some of them, bro, all they do is just battle, and you get you get gifted in real time. It's just I'm not used to doing that. Yo, Brandon, I missed your comment. I'm in Hawaii. I'm streaming on 2 platforms. See, look, you getting gifted.
Oh yes, okay. Well, you say you in Hawaii, man. You talk like you from down Jamaica, man.
No, I'm double streaming right now. I'm streaming on YouTube and I'm streaming on TikTok. And I just left Hawaii.
Okay.
I left Hawaii for Thailand. I'm in Thailand right now.
Oh, that where you from?
No, I'm from New York, but I'm in Thailand.
Oh, word. Man, I'm thinking about going to Thailand. They cheap over there.
Yes, they are. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm here.
What part of New York you from, huh?
The Bronx.
Bronx. I got some people that from Brooklyn.
I'm ducking the cold. Where you from?
Oh, I'm from South Carolina.
My sister is out there right now.
Oh, talking about South Carolina?
Yeah. Yeah, they spread between South Carolina and North Carolina. I didn't have no music money out there, so I didn't stay out there. They was like, try to create something, and I'm like, it's not the same.
I got 13, goddamn. Stop. Well, you ain't never traveled through here?
Say that again?
I said you ain't never traveled through South Carolina?
I did. A few months ago. I was out there visiting my sister.
Okay, weird. A lot of people come down here, though. They come down here. So I'm in Florida. A lot of people come down here, though, from up north. It's like a retirement place.
Yes, they definitely driving back and forth. It's
I'm trying to get up on through.
What you say?
I've been out here all my life. I said I've been out here all my life.
Yeah, I can hear it in your accent.
Huh? Yeah, but see, man, like my mother, like my mother from Newark, New Jersey, like they Haitian, like so I got Haitian in me. I just ain't never. She just won't let us like go up there. She ain't never want us to get raised up around there. I don't know, some crazy shit. I wanted to go up north. I've been to Marcy in 2016.
Wow.
I done walked the block and all. Yeah, I like it down there. For real, I got a lot of opportunities out there though than down here though.
Yeah.
We ain't got a lot. It's slow down here. It's kind of fast up there in the city though. You said you in Thailand though, man. So you can make money in New York though, man. Y'all got the Bronx, Brooklyn, Manhattan. There's a lot of places, man. Like I be telling a lot of my friends I done met down from there, there's a lot of opportunity down here. It's slow paced down here.
I think if when you go back and forth, you're able to bring things that New York don't have, that South Carolina has there, and vice versa. Like to have that connection between the South and up North, anybody doing that with any sort of brand, culture, or even just networking is, I mean, this forces you to talk to the world. Because you see, we met. But
Yeah.
yeah, I've been, like my job, singing, forces, I meet a lot of people. And I would just be on those buses or those planes up and down the East Coast. And I just started to now I go back and forth from Southeast Asia to Hawaii. Because the flights cost the same amount of money that it costs to go from up north to down south is the same amount of money to go from.
You ain't scared to get on no plane, man?
Not anymore.
There's too much happening though, man. I be seeing too many planes go down. You feel me?
I mean, all you can do is
Rematch.
pray when you up there. When you up there, I mean, it'd be too late. All you can do is just pray. When it start hitting the turbulence, all you can do is pray. Like, you already up there now. Like,
Yeah, I mean, you say that easy with, man. Yeah,
no, it's not. It's not easy.
I don't think my faith strong enough.
It's not
My
easy.
faith ain't strong enough to get on no damn plane. No.
Damn.
So it's like a 14-hour flight, shit like that, man. See, I drove when I went up north. I drove from South Carolina to New York. That about
2, 3.
like a 9-hour drive.
But
A 9-hour drive.
Driving. Yes. No. Get on that plane. Take that plane, man. No, man. That plane is 2 hours. That's a 2-hour flight. You gonna skip a 2-hour flight for 9 hours on the road?
Yeah, I gotta get out that fear, flight. Like I said, I be seeing a lot of planes go down. So, maybe one day though.
So how you gonna get to Jamaica? How you gonna get overseas? How you gonna get to Thailand?
I'd rather get up. Well, listen, real niggas, I'd rather get on a boat than get on a plane.
You say you gonna get on to Thailand?
When you got to fly to get to Thailand? You say, well, I guess that out the window then. I don't know about the plane.
Bro, to get out the...
Like you say, you got to fly.
Bro, only countries you got without getting on a plane is Canada and Mexico. That's all you got. Or you drive all the way down Mexico and then get to the border of Peru. I think that's Peru because it's connected. You can, but that would be crazy. That would be a crazy video. Somebody avoiding the plane. So they want to get to South America. They want to get international. So you got to drive. That would be crazy. We would all be sitting here watching that. Could you imagine if Speed wouldn't get on the plane and he made them people figure out all sorts of ways to get on a boat and roads? That would be crazy. Because those boat rides would be, I don't even know if they have. They do have, I don't know if they go from country to country like that though. They go from America to the Caribbeans. But from America to Europe or from America to Asia,
you gotta get on a plane. Yeah, I gotta break out that. I ain't never been on a plane. I'm 35 years old. I ain't never been on no plane.
I bet you if somebody said, yo, we got a contract for you. You and your family, y'all will be right on the plane. Y'all will be right on.
I might reconsider them, but then I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
It's just a thought. If the money is slow in South Carolina, plane or on the road, that's what I did in New York. The money didn't get slow in New York. The money got boring. So I went down south where I knew it was slower down there. But the people are nicer. And not to say that there's not nice people in New York. There's a bunch of nice people in New York. But y'all are just...
Y'all overpopulated. Like, we really...
That part.
Like,
that part.
experience New York. Like y'all got blocks. Like y'all go walk here. You know what I'm saying? Get to y'all destination. Down here is like you gotta walk miles or drive miles to get to your destination. Like we kind of space out. Y'all not space up well enough. Y'all like together type shit. You feel me? So that's why I say I like the scenery. It just.
So my mother took me down south, and I appreciate my mother for doing that, because the South definitely let me breathe. When you get out of that concrete jungle in New York City, and you get down south, it's a breath of fresh air coming from the Bronx.
Yeah, like I said, my big mom, she from Brooklyn, man. Like she hated New York. That's why she been out here. She been out here since 2002. She hate New York. Wow. And I went up there. It was straight to me. I mean, like, you know.
Cause you're not from there.
Brooklyn, I wanted to go to Manhattan.
Cause you're not from there. He said it was straight to me. I like, if you'd have stayed there 6 months, bro. 6 months. Let's see how you feel after like really living there. Even 3 months. Stay in New York for 90 days, and if you turn it up, then you know that means you bringing that down south swag to New York, and it's working for you. But for most people, they see how we live and what's normal to us, and it's not normal to the rest of the country or the rest of the world. They leave, bro. They get their money and leave. They have their fun and they leave. They don't stay in New York. Only people that can sustain that New York wild culture like that, the mindset is New Yorkers. That shit is not, bro. When I left for a period of time and tried to go back, I felt like there was something wrong with me. Like, what the fuck? Like, especially coming from abroad. It's one thing to come from down south. Cause I get down south, and if I'm single, I get bored, because it's like, it is slower. If you're not driving, it is slower. Up north, I don't have to drive, bro. I can still get around the whole city, almost the whole state, without driving. Not really down there in a lot of spots down there. So I would go back and forth.
Yeah, so you really don't need no car in New York. You're right about that. You really don't need no car. I got all type of stuff, you know what I'm saying? But you're going to need a car down here. Walks get hectic. You feel me? But I had asked, you know, man, I'm going to try to do some more battles, man. I had fun. Yeah, we done battled 2 times. I had followed you, though.
All right, blessings, King. Big dog.
All right, blessings, bro.
I feel it's cold coming up out of me. Hello. Hello.
Let me just say a few things. Some of you know I'm fairly long-winded, but I'm going to keep this straight to my task that has been set before me this evening to moderate our panel. It's very difficult for me to come to New York City